Welcome, everybody, to the Journeymen Lounge podcast.
You better be praying to God because, you're 14 and losses in a row. You're going to need Jesus.
Am I wrong?
I thought you were pretty wrong, yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Yeah, this is the Journeymen Lounge podcast coming at you from a balmy Thursday afternoon. This is the last one in the Woj Dojo. Been documenting my move for the last couple of weeks. That's Woj here. We got
Bobby. And on the end, who's not picking up his mic, is Ryan.
We got Ryan. Yeah. I'm just going to say off the bat.
Classic Ryan.
Bear with me with the voice tonight. It's a little strained.
I'm just saying, classic Ryan doesn't have his mic ready
no,
to
I had
go.
it, but
I got to take a sip of water.
I wanted to make sure I could actually talk.
Give me some love right there.
You'll notice tonight, sometimes I'll go to talk and I'll be like, so I wanted to make sure I could actually do it. So.
Yeah, temperature's changing as it sometimes does, gentlemen.
I don't
right?
know. Yeah, it's weird.
But
I feel fine, but
no, we're a little raspy tonight, but it's all good. It's last night at this place. We're gonna kind of play some away games over the next course while I'm getting the old new house together. So new things to come, new sceneries and all that shit. So saying goodbye to this old. I wish I could remember the line from Super Troopers where Farver's like looking at his locker and he's like, "Well,
sure, it smell like ass,
sure
but
stinks like ass, but I still love her." I'm like,
I still miss it.
Kind of, it's it did its job, right? As the home of the Journeymen Lounge podcast for the
fantastic, yeah.
And now we got to tear it down, rebuild.
Yeah.
It will be better than ever. But let's just talk about the. We're just gonna kind of rapid fire through sports and then get to Ryan's pick for movie review, which was
Varsity Blues.
tease at the beginning, tease in the middle. So, Bobby, you mentioned Olympics are on.
Olympics, yeah.
Women's just won gold today.
Yeah, our
so
women's
awesome.
for hockey, yeah.
And then men's Olympic team is in the semifinal.
Against, what was it, Latvia or something
we
like that?
probably should know who they're playing, but
I'm not following.
Some Eastern European country.
Sure. I don't know, man. It's using all of the NHL players. There's NHL players on every single team now. I feel like the talent of like that Olympic Games is like now it's like starting to be like kind of how the World Cup feels some years, where it's like, dude, these are the best of the best going against each other. Obviously Miracle, which will be done on this podcast as a movie review.
Amazing.
Like that's when they use like college players and
we did use college
players. A little bit less of like a David versus Goliath type of thing. Now I feel like everybody's like you said, Latvia has like got a chance to do something.
To be fair, when we were using college players, the other countries using their pros, so I think it's only fair that we use our pros, unless they would do the same thing. Like for basketball and stuff, the Serbian team, they would always be so good because they had or Croatia or whatever it is that country.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But sorry, no, that's good. Go ahead. I just wanted to add that in there.
I'm excited seeing, like I said, I think our USA won bobsled for women's.
Mono bob.
And I think we did some downhill skiing wins too for the women's for gold. So we're doing quite a good job. But I was mentioning this to Woj, and he kind of corrected me in a sense. But I was like, Italy is like I think number 2 or number 3 in medal count, and they're doing really well. And he's like, well, it's a mountainous area, but when you think Italy, do you really think of mountains? Like I know that's more northern Italy,
not
but
winter sport mountains, but
yeah,
like
they're
picturesque mountains. But obviously
they're doing incredible, and they're hosting it, so it's nice to see the hosting country, put in work. And then there's been some controversy in the curling event. It seems like Canada getting all pissed off that Denmark or like Norway called them out on a fault. And he's like, "Oh, fuck you! Like I didn't touch it." It's like, man, they got like Woj was saying, they got 100 cameras. Like we could see it.
Yeah, Canada like clearly cheated on the rules, and they were called out, and then they were deducted a point
right
from like the replay review. So like they were definitely doing it, but
How are they cheating?
Like touching it after it crosses the line, after you let go
you're
of
not
it, you
supposed to
can't
touch
touch the rock again. So it's like one fluid motion. I don't really give a shit enough to like really
I know,
be
it's just kinda
upset
fun,
about
though.
the point. United States lost in their like they were in a mixed doubles match. They lost
Switzerland,
they got silver, so they didn't lose, but they got silver. And then men's doubles, I don't think did anything. Curling's like super popular right now. It's like the thing.
Yeah,
that
but that
people
you were
are all
mentioning though, like
jazzed
I would
up
love to
about.
do this here in the Midwest, but to think about it, like you have to go to a place that could, have the electricity needs to get yourself like real ice. I'd imagine ice like it's gonna be a huge liability. You have a bunch of drunk idiots or drunk, girls, falling, cracking their heads open because they don't know how to stand on ice.
I mean, there's already been a bunch of videos of people falling down.
So
doing this
I would
shit.
love to do it one of these times if we're ever up north. I know it's a bigger thing up in like Minnesota or Wisconsin, like the UP.
Do they have like special shoes, or how do they
Yeah, it's like
I guess
gripping
don't
on
fall.
the front.
grip with your toes?
Yeah,
Grip
pretty much.
Grip with your toes.
Kind of like John Candy. That was a
But
flashback.
no, it's exciting
or
watching.
callback to our previous movie review. Cool Runnings.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
Brent, no, the Olympics are cool, man. It's a nice time to be like getting into it for like it's only like 3 weeks, so I'm like it's getting up there. The medals are like really starting to flow. So I like that the United States is like competing and being at like a good in something because when like I mentioned like World Cup or like the Olympics for soccer come around, I'm like the United States is just not there.
No,
I wish they were better. But
they're
like,
getting better. a little
they're
bit.
getting better. They're using professional players that play overseas, so it's like it's on the way up.
Got Pulisic.
Yeah, I mean Pulisic is a good start. I mean, but like you gotta build
Around
so many
that.
people around. But like again, you play FIFA enough, Ryan, that you kind of
love
understand
FIFA. I
that
was
like
playing yesterday.
the.
What team are you using?
Lots of them. Go ahead, Woj. Sorry.
But yeah, like when you're building up your roster, if you're playing like a season mode or something of anything, you have the great star players. You need the supporting cast. You need the management to like figure out what the fuck we're gonna do for the United States. Like just this revolving door of coaches. So I don't know, man. Just Olympics is it's a fun time, but it's also like it's kind of like a blip. It's like up there and then a couple weeks and then okay, gold medals are done. All right,
I only
moving on.
watch it when it's on at work. Otherwise, I don't really follow it.
Yeah.
AJ sent this to me. So AJ, if you're watching, he was like,
And we
"Oh,
know
hey,
you that
did you
you
read
are.
this article?" He's like, "They gave out 10,000 condoms for the Olympic wherever they're living,
Yeah.
Village.
village, and I think they burned through that like in 72 hours, if not faster. So, damn, boys are staying to play, man.
That's like got a Netflix documentary written all over.
Oh my
it.
God, yeah, right. Going into the Olympic Village.
What really happened at Winter Olympics 26 in Italy?
That would be kind of cool. And you had what's his name, Snoop. Snoop was out there with Kristen Bell on certain events talking. And I love seeing Snoop kind of narrate some shit. So
Yeah, I mean the Olympics were a good time. So let's move on from that. Good luck in the gold medal games.
yeah,
Right?
good luck, boys.
I mean, what else we got?
We got the Chicago Bears. There's been
You
some.
want to talk about the moving thing? I'll just make a initial point that the legislation that was passed in I forget the town, but just in Indiana,
Hammond,
Indiana, to allow, I believe it was allow more public funding. So that's what the Bears ownership wants, is to fund part of it themselves and then fund the other part by the city or state or principality that they're municipality rather.
I like the principality. That was
Sorry,
good. Very
municipality that they're around. But to me, the general point, it's almost like a LeBron is worse than Jordan always because of this one thing. It's like they're the Chicago Bears.
The Giants
Why
and
would
the
you-
Jets play in Jersey.
Right. But why would you move one of the storied franchises where
Right.
it started, where it
San
began?
Francisco
help
plays in
football?
Santa Clara. I mean, it's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon to play not in the same city, but
Shitty.
at least in the general. Arlington Heights would be a suburb of Chicago.
Yeah.
It's in the general sphere. You're talking about moving it to a different state. It would be not the
And honestly, the
Chicagoland area,
northwest
that would be
suburb.
the
I
Northwest
agree.
Indiana area.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
I
like
get it. I agree.
that's my just. It's so it's so obvious.
But I don't
I'm
want to
like,
pay for them.
Right.
Hey man, I'll pay.
They're billionaires. They can afford it.
I'll pay fucking whatever to keep the Chicago Bears here. They're not needing, they need millionaires, like millions of dollars. I don't got that. I pay taxes.
Dude, but the NFL is like the richest league in the world, right? Or
yeah, no
among them.
shit.
So
no,
they can afford
well,
it.
Soccer
Premier
is. Soccer
League.
is.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I don't know about. I was gonna say soccer. I didn't know, but yeah. Anyway, let's say American, richest American.
It's up there for sure.
They can afford it. Like they're fucking billionaires. You know how much revenue they get every year from NFL shit? Like it's ridiculous.
I'm talking. It's more of a Chicago pride thing of like
Right. Why would
I'm
you, like,
paying. I would want to.
No,
keep
I don't want them
here.
I don't want them out of here. But I'm just saying, like, why can't the fucking billionaire owner just pay the fucking money? You
That's
have
what
the
I was
money.
saying earlier.
I mean, yeah, they
It's ridiculous.
they could, but they don't. I mean, so like it's now becoming at least a legitimate possibility that they're not going to be playing at Soldier Field location there.
in the next like 3 to 4 years.
No, it's more like 12. I'm sorry, it's more like 7. 2026.
Hey, 2030,
That's
quote me on it. They're not going to be there.
Okay, let
Yeah,
me finish
sorry.
what I'm saying. 2033 is the lease up with Soldier Field. So they're there until at least 2033, unless a new stadium is built before then. I don't think they would do it. I think they're going to go to 2033. That's what the lease says. And then they'll have something new in place by 2030 where, like, new field has been decided upon, this area, probably a dome.
Should be.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, though, that there is at least a guarantee of, like, 7 more years that they're at least in the Chicagoland area. That move to Hammond, Indiana would be asinine. Like, there is no...
I agree. I mean, it's just like, yeah, no, it keeps happening.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. It's just like you said, I don't know, like, at the same time, I don't want to pay for their stadium. They can
Yeah, I
afford
get
it.
you.
Like,
Bobby, I saw a little graphic there where it showed all of the latest valuations or last selling price of all of the 32 teams. Green Bay's never been sold. It was the only one that lists. And I was like, that's one giant benefit of having the publicity of, like, the ownership and all that and stuff, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Ownership.
Group ownership or whatever. It does look good on paper for sure to say, like, Green Bay is the only team that's never been sold. Chicago last time they were sold was like 1940.
But it stayed in the
for
family.
for a crisp Benjamin $100
really?
bill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I mean, these again, storied franchises need to stay where they belong in that area.
I mean, they can make it happen if they want it, but
They can make it happen.
they want the money from the people. It sounds like more.
It's bureaucratic. That's what it is.
I mean, like
it's
I
just
think
a lot of hoops to jump through.
Clearly, they don't care as much as we care about keeping him here because they could make that happen. That's all.
And they want, obviously,
You know what I
they
mean?
do want to just make more money. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it is. But
The one thing is like, oh, we're going to pay money and then we're going to lower the ticket prices, but they're going to raise them every year. Like nothing's going to come from, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like
Right.
there's a benefit to besides just keeping them here.
yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But it's like all this stuff about, like, breadcrumbs. Where, like, you get, like, one piece of they bought land in Arlington. Nothing happened then for a while.
Right.
Oh, they're talking about something. Nothing happened for a while. Now they've new legislation. It's not even like
I mean, this just gives them an option.
Yeah.
Like, it clears the way for
think
it to
that's
possibly
mainly what it
happen.
is.
For the Bears to bring that to the table and be like, well, we can go. You know, if you're not going to give us money, we will go or whatever.
it's kind of like not a threat, but like leverage.
No, it is.
power.
It's
Yeah.
both. Yeah, exactly. Leverage. That's the word I was looking for. Leverage.
There you go.
Art of the deal over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, we'll see what happens with that. What else we got?
I think that kind of wraps it up. I mean,
Yeah,
the
we'll keep it
Bulls are
short.
playing like the Bulls. Right now, hockey, everyone's on pause during the Olympics. Yeah.
Had nothing happened with the Cubs.
Nothing happening
White
with the
Sox.
Cubs, and White Sox are going to be garbage next year, too, but we'll see.
I mean, again, not a whole lot. We've already kind of done
Yeah,
the
we've
wrap
covered
ups
it.
here, so I say let's just do it. Let's get right into the
Varsity Blues.
movie review. Ryan's choice.
All right, let's
Take
do
it away.
Bear with me while I try and talk. Hopefully it'll be okay.
It's got a couple waters over there.
Yeah, I'm prepared. As you can see, it goes in and out sometimes, but I feel okay right now. So I think if I keep going, hopefully it'll be good. All right, so the choice was Varsity Blues. It's a 1999 release, coming-of-age sports comedy drama, directed by Brian Robbins. Stars James Vanderbeek as Jonathan Moxon. John Voight as Coach Bud Kilmer. Paul Walker as quarterback Lance Harbor. Ron Lester as Billy Bob as offensive lineman. And Scott Kahn as Tweeder, who's the wide receiver. He's kind of like a party animal, like a Charlie Sheen mixed with Wes Welker type, if you will.
Okay. Is he in Hawaii Five-0, right? Isn't that him?
He's a what?
Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah, and he was in Ocean's 11 and Entourage.
I liked him in Ocean's 11.
Yeah. So anyway, it's basically... Well, this is actually, I believe I'm correct, is based on the Friday Night Lights book. This is like the first of them to like be produced, I think, as far as like media goes, I believe.
Okay.
Okay.
So like Friday Night Lights and this are based off the same source material.
I mean, it seems very similar.
But this kind of plays it a little more, I'd say a little less serious. It's serious at times, but not overall definitely not as serious as Friday Night Lights is.
Mm-hmm.
That's Permian, right? Permian.
Yeah,
We did
Friday Night Lights. We did. And so it's like it's a small town high school film in Texas, West Canaan.
Yep.
And it's basically like about the pressures of these kids dealing with adolescence and football and the football obsessed community and their authoritarian coach Bud Kilmer, who's like a real hard ass and
he's been at it for over 2 decades.
Right, he's like a 30-year coach.
Yeah, small towns. Bud Kilmer's been the football coach for 2 championships and
2 state titles in 30 years and
like
12 district titles or something.
No, like 20, I thought.
Or something like that. And then so the basic plot is like Friday Night Lights, the star player gets hurt, except in this case it's the quarterback and Friday Night Lights is the running back.
Yep.
And it's Lance Harbor. He's like going to be going to Florida State. He's like two-time all pro state or whatever they call it, all district. I don't remember. Yeah. He's like the shit. He's going to be like the guy. And the one game he plays well, and then we find out that he's been getting shots in his knee. So there's like something up with that, and the coach is kind of like Coach Kilmer is kind of like not letting anybody see it. He closes the door and whatnot. And then the next game, we should mention Billy Bob got a concussion, and then the next game Lance Harbor gets hurt, and he's got like basically like a career-ending injury. It's like a torn ACL. He's out like at least a year and a half and whatnot. And now Mox, who was the backup quarterback, who nobody thought 2 shits of, is going to be the starter and the man to try and lead this team the last 3 or 4 games of the season and get them into the playoffs. And he and Bud Kilmer have a bad relationship where they don't like each other. I was going to say a contentious relationship where like Mox is kind of like a real smart guy. He's going to go to Brown. He likes reading. He's intelligent, but he loves football at the same time. And Kilmer's more old school.
Yep.
Wants you to do everything he says. No question me. My team, my way. And like, Jonathan Moxon's got ideas of how to run offense, certain plays, certain formations that don't jive with Kilmer, and they always butt heads constantly.
Right.
And anyway, I think a lot of this movie is like the kids, they like playing football, they love it, but they also feel pressure because their parents played and like the town expects them to do things. And I mean, that's like a basic summary.
Yeah, it's a good run through.
Yeah.
Sure. I would also say, there's just the very small dissections of like each kind of guy's dream of football. Like Lance Harbor is like, I'm going to Florida State. I think he has a full ride. Yeah. Mox is like, I can't wait to be done with football, going to Brown. And then Billy Bob's like, what the fuck is he doing? I don't know.
This is it for me, pretty much.
Yeah. So then
Tweeder's going to like some college.
He just likes to party and have fun and play football.
He'll go to Arizona State.
Be a walk-on somewhere or some shit.
And then also Wendel, the black running back.
He's trying to get a scholarship.
But he feels that Kilmer, the coach, is a racist and only lets him run the ball.
Yeah, he's the workhorse
up and down the field, but when they get inside the 10, he never gives them a touchdown, and he only has like 3 on the year.
That he busted for bigger
and he doesn't
plays.
So that's another plot line that they go through. So I would just want to give a couple quick facts. This is a MTV Productions movie. which I don't know if you guys. I remember like back in the day, they would have one of these like every couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
Pretty
Perfect
popular.
Score, the Beavis and Butthead movie, obviously. There's like other ones.
Sure.
I think Freedom Riders, I want to say, was one of those, or like
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
maybe
yeah.
Gridiron Gang or something. I don't know. Like all these movies, like every few years, would come out. And it was released on January 15th, 99. On a budget of $16 million, made $54.3 million, so quite successful.
Yeah.
And I definitely think I would say it's like I think it's remembered fondly, mostly, especially now that James Van Der Beek's passed and Paul Walker and Ron Lester, 3 of the people have passed this movie. But like maybe at the time wasn't necessarily appreciated in the same way. But I feel like maybe as time's gone on,
It really does. It changes.
you appreciate it more than for just being like a party football like version of Friday Night Lights. There's actually some serious moments that are pretty good.
I think it's more on the dramatic side than the comedy side. Honestly.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I guess I was kind of trying to get at like it's like when you think of it when I was growing up, it was like, oh, that's like the comedy MTV football movie, But then when you rewatch it, it's like actually, like you said, it's like a lot of more serious moments. It's got a really great score that accompanies the moments. I think.
We'll talk about.
Yeah, but what's your guys' like experience with this movie? When did you first see it? Did you watch it? How often you watch it? Often? What's
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
Like I said, I think I saw this. It's got to be, if not, when it came out, and then throughout high school, I would probably pop it on every once in a while. I played football my whole life, love it. So this is definitely like a mainstay, and I really enjoyed. I know this sounds weird. Dawson's Creek. So James Van Der Beek, and I loved Fast and Furious.
Joshua Jackson,
yeah, all these
Holmes.
actors that I was familiar with and enjoyed their craft. So seeing a football movie based on it with John Voight as a coach, I'm like, whoa. Sold. So, like I said, I think it was great chemistry. I think it was a great casting. Fun movie. Real good movie. And Amy Smart. We've got Amy Smart in there.
Yeah, I was going to mention,
Super
I didn't
hot.
mention Amy Smart is the Lance Harbor's sister and Mox's girlfriend, and also Allie Larder plays Lance's girlfriend, Darcy.
Yep. So, yeah, love it.
Yeah, this was probably like right around the beginning of high school, maybe junior high. Like, probably would have seen this first, and just was like, I mean, it's got all the high school life of just like football star. Like, I never played football, so I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like what it would be if there's like no holds bar on high school, like experience basically, because like they're stealing cop cars and fucking doing crazy.
They could
shit.
get away with murder in that town.
And it's like that. That's the type of town as well. So it's like I would probably have seen it then. It's a firm once every few years or whatever. I don't say I need to watch every football season or something like that, but it's pretty decently I would say I know 70% of the movie pretty well by quotes and all that shit. But what do you got, Ryan?
Yeah, for me, I remember when it came out. I think my friends had put it on, and I was like, I don't know, when I was 10, but I was again, I told you guys a little my parents can't know I'm watching this, it's got tits in it, I didn't say that obviously, but I'm thinking oh,
it's rated R. And
yeah,
oh,
I didn't
shit.
appreciate it, but then years later, it would always be on TV and whatnot, and then when it be on streaming like Netflix or something, I would always oh shit, this is a cool movie to watch, and I feel like I've appreciated it more and more as the years have gone on. I didn't think much of it at first. I'm well, it's no Friday Night Lights or Remember the Titans, which I don't think it's it's because Remember the Titans, but Friday Night Lights, it's it's the less serious version of it, but it's also a more fun version and more easier to watch, I would say, if you want to just throw something on.
Yeah, definitely.
More rewatchable. There's more funny moments because it's it's MTV produced, obviously, but it's got the football in it's not too bad. It can and I think that it could be better, but for the most part, it gets the job done. And the actors in there are really the roles.
I would say fairly big names.
Right, something James Van Der Beek being in it, it was really good, and Scott Conn is obviously great, and John Voight's always good. So I think the people in the movie make it worth watching, rewatching. So yeah, I really enjoy it though.
All right, what do we got next?
All right, let's just go into scenes.
I kind of like the intro. They show them as young, like young boys in the Pop Warner League, and you see Billy Bob and all of them just going out there. And it was a good intro pickup scene or whatever. You
old school footage, I think, is always a
I agree.
nice one with
seeing
the
the kids kind of like that love of the game early on. And I love football, but my parents made me wait until I was 7th or 8th grade to actually play because they said I don't want you to get hurt so young where you're going to have to deal with an injury for, your whole life. So, they waited until I was more developed, I guess, a man, and then they're like, all right, now you can play.
I do like the way you said in the opening where it's like it shows them, like, walking off the field, and you see all their jerseys and their names, and then it goes to, like, the picture that Mox is holding in, like, present day. It's a nice transition.
Good transitions. Yeah. And the camera work on this is good, too.
It's just setting up, where we're going with these guys in their senior year. I think everybody's a senior, right?
I think they're seniors.
Everybody's a senior.
I'm pretty sure they're all seniors,
except for I think Vanderbeek's girl.
Maybe not Amy Smart. She's probably a junior.
She's a junior. Yeah,
sure.
But I would say this leads into Billy Bob picking everyone up in the
I love it with his
pickup truck. You got Mox. He's like, "Let's go, Mox! You better haul ass!" And then he has Mox like chasing him down. He's like, "You got to earn it." And he never makes him get in the car.
He's got his pig named Bacon, right?
Yeah, and he calls him a dog. He's like, "I sure do love that dog. I think it's a pig." Yeah. And then
I got like Lance's intro as well. It's like Superman kind of music.
The music picks up, right? And he's got the big the billboard, right, or whatever.
The billboard with the face
cut out.
Yeah,
like Lance Harbor lives here.
And I would mention that too. This is like I think the most Southern accent Paul Walker tries is in this part, or maybe at the assembly, and then as the movie goes on, it kind of fades away.
I mean, everybody's thing kind of fades away for sure.
I mean, the accents we'll talk about it later. Overall, in this movie aren't great, but his specifically is like he's going for it really hard in the beginning, and then as the movie goes on, he's kind of like Fast and Furious Paul Walker by the end of it, like Brian O'Connor.
Sure.
And then you got next is Tweeder. So we see he's like the party animal. He flips in the car. And I also want to mention, too, Billy Bob was eating up folded butt pancakes with sausage and drinking syrup out of the bottle like it's a soda, which was great, I thought.
Yeah, Billy Bob is the not the poster child for health and wellness.
Yeah,
he's got multiple concussions that like now you're seeing throughout the movie like starting to catch up with him, too. So just all of Billy Bob's existence, I'm like, yeah, man, you gotta.
Which this leads to the first little mini table read. Bobby, I believe you're Tweeder on this. Woj is gonna be Mox. I'm gonna be Billy Bob. So this is after Tweeder flips in the car and he like opens up the window and he's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" or whatever.
Yeah. Am I doing Tweeder?
Yeah, you're doing. All right. So he's mooning Mox and Billy Bob through the truck window.
Good mooning, boys. Good mooning. I've been up since the crack of ass of dawn, and I had to ask you a question. What is up with Carrie Ann Baker?
Well, Darcy's friend.
Oh, my God. She's got this look like I just fell out and I'm going to suck your dick tree and hit every branch on the way down.
Relax, man. You need to focus.
I can't focus. I got to get me some ass. You need to give me some ass. I'm about to fuck your pig. How about that?
I think that's just a great Tweeder intro.
Tweeder's balls to the wall.
This is like setting the stage. Like he is just like the biggest fucking party motherfucking guy on the team.
I'm jumping one scene where Tweeder is like fake blowing Mox after he comes in as the backup and wins the game. Did you guys catch that in the locker room scene? Like, you got Mox who's sitting there like on the bench next to their lockers. And, hey, that was a great game by Mox. And he's like this. He literally bends down and acts like he's giving him fillage.
Oh, my God.
Like miming it. It was fucking hilarious. I was like, wait, did I just miss that? But that's his character. The guy's just over the top. Fucking love it.
I would just also throw out that this is pretty firmly in the R-rated category.
Yeah. I mean, titties and fucking swearing.
All football violence.
You'd actually hate that one scene. You're not a big fan of whipped cream, so I guess you could deal with that.
She should take it off. That'd be better. I'm fine with that.
I like when.
I like Lance.
Are we at the first party yet?
No, I was gonna mention there's like the pep rally where we see Coach Kilmer for the first time, Bud Kilmer, and he's like introduced as the.
He does this. He's just
he does a Nazi salute. It looks like
just like calm down.
Yeah, and says he's like he's been around for like 30 years. I think he's had like 26 district titles and only 2 state championships or something. And then it shows like how like big of an idol like Lance is to the whole school. He's like,
yeah.
I had a dream last night. We were playing whatever, and we were only up by 10. And then I woke up and I remember we're gonna beat them by more than 10. You know, and all the girls are swooning. And
I get it, man. The guy's a handsome motherfucker.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then it shows like, but it contrasts and shows like Mox outside with his sister, and is like. Also, Mox is in like his Genko jeans. It looks like, which is very much style of the time.
Yeah, Genko.
I had noted. Like they turn your brother into a god. Like look at this, you know, like showing that, you know, although he's on the football team, he does not into all this shit as much as they all are. Until of course when he gets this chance and like actually maybe he is like into it. I thought that was a nice little part.
He started really just kind of like, oh, like this. I've never stepped into this type of shadow. So
Before the party though, Woj, I'll get to that 1 second. We
Yeah.
have the first football game. So there's only 5 left in the season. This is the first of 5. We see like inside the locker room, Billy Bob's getting pumped up. Tweeder's practicing his end zone dance.
Yep.
And then the first time we see Mox sees Lance getting the shot of something in his knee before the game, and Kilmer kind of like glaring at him and like closing the door, setting up that storyline. So I had it written down. I just wanted that was interesting. The score of the Coyotes, they're up 28-17 in the fourth quarter. With 30 seconds left, Lance has a questionable knee, let's say, that, you know, at best. He's still throwing, you know, Billy Bob ends up getting concussed because of this, because of Kilmer's decision to not just take a knee or whatever.
Run it out, you know.
We also see Mox is reading Kurt Vonnegut under the guise of his playbook. And
what was the books? The
Cat's Cradle, maybe?
Cat's Cradle.
We had to read that in high school. I'm assuming that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then, so I think the one cool part I love from this scene though is a ball ends up out there. Mox is on the bench and he doesn't know where to throw it.
Position.
From seated, throws it like I don't know, like 25 to 30, 40 yards.
30
like,
or 40 yards
on a fucking rope.
Hits the guy. Oh,
and he's like, oh, like, and it's like, holy shit! Like just doing the bench is like Brett Favre or some shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Oh my god, cannon!
Like, and then even like Kilmer looks at him and was like. What?
I think the Mox could definitely play just kind of more free spirit that Kilmer was like, this is my way or the highway.
For sure.
But I mean, the football scenes in this I just will mention. I'm like, I like it, but like obviously there's a lot of like continuity errors and
for sure
where they're lining up. I get football and stuff like that, but it's got that 90s like vibe with the weird kind of Jersey style too. It kind of gives you that nostalgia.
I was gonna say it's not always like shot like the best where you know what's necessarily happening or the yards maybe don't match up, but stylistically it looks cool. Like it looks like kind of like,
I mean, honestly, again, soundtrack definitely pumps it up a bit. You got to have a good soundtrack. I mean, Madden 05 has taught us anything. It's that
soundtrack does make a
soundtrack makes the game
that
so
much more enjoyable.
Good,
and then we got Kilmer pulls his Mox aside after the game and he takes the book out of his playbook and he's like, if your daddy hadn't played his ass off for me, I'd cut your ass or whatever.
Yeah.
Like so that's the only reason like he's keeping Mox basically. Party time, Woj. Take over, please.
Yeah, I mean, I like that one. The alumni, like a guy,
old dude who
like played
1980, class of 80,
class of 80, and so it was like 15 years later. He's like, yeah, man, just drinking a beer, hanging out. Nobody cares. Cool, whatever. And he's like, Billy Bob's got the camera, and Tweeder's just like kind of doing his thing. He's like, hey, how about you get on America's Dumbest Home Videos? You gonna take this? Is like to put this cup on your head.
Or something like that.
I'm gonna hit it off, and the guy closes his eyes, just smacks him directly in the balls, man. Like full wind up with a baseball bat.
Or was it a wiffle ball bat?
Wiffle
still
ball
would
bat.
hurt.
Still would
like
hurt
shit.
so bad. He's on his ass. But I mean, dude, just Tweeder Tweeder dumb shit is kind of.
Dude, he lives the part,
every party Tweeder antic is fucking great.
Yes.
I mean, also at the party, I wrote down, he got Lance fucking Darcy in the laundry room on top of the dryer. Let the dryer do the work.
Yeah, she's putting in some work.
Billy Bob is doing a drinking contest with Amy Smart, and she's like drinking him under the table, and he starts to have to vomit. We all know that feeling. It's like the fucking.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it's
his
happening.
face looks perfect of how a person
and it's a
is
great sound effect
going
too.
through the stage.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And then so he goes running for looking for whatever,
Bathroom or something.
and he goes into the laundry room and pukes in the washing machine right next to where they're banging.
And what you know what he got?
Go ahead, Woj.
He's like, hey, if you're hungry, I left a few hot dogs in there. I'm back. Puke and rally.
Yeah, boot and rally.
Give me a beer. Yeah, I love that. The puke and rally. I had puke and rally also written down. And then, yeah, you're right. Tweeder, you wrote about the Tweeder part. Yeah, that's a great. The party scene is awesome. And then the next scene I have is the team practice where Mox is running the dummy offense. Dummy-O's.
Yeah.
Kilmer lovingly calls him your dummy-O quarterback, and Mox is running the oop-de-oop offense, which is
West
basically
Coast,
the spread.
Yeah, spread, yeah.
Where he overloads one side with 4 receivers and then one side and the other, so they have to cover him one-on-one.
Yeah.
And Kilmer has a shit fit, which I love in this scene. The guy Chet, he's like one of the old guys watching. He's like laughing. He's like, he used to hammer my ass the exact same way 27 years ago. He's like, shit, them boys are having the time of their lives.
Yeah, all the old heads
from the old
that
heads,
are still in the town are like show up to practice, drink some beers. Right before the older guy says that, or maybe right after, Tweeder's just like, Kilmer's gonna eat his ass.
Yeah, watch this. Yeah, and then shit, man. And then the one guy Chet again. He's like, after Kilmer grabs Mox by the face mask, he's like, "It's my way. You do what I say," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "Man, Kilmer loves to bag on your boy, Sammy, but not him all season." That guy's fucking great.
Yeah, he's just fucking ripping into him.
He's
like
fucking
a redneck guy.
I don't know who that guy is, but he's fucking awesome. I love him in this movie. And then he's like, Bud Kilmer's like, Jesus, it makes me wonder if you know the difference between a sneeze and a wet fart. What a great line.
That was a good one.
Next thing I had was the barbecue.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Woj.
Yeah, barbecue is just a real old school like rivalry of like the Lance's dad and Mox's dad. I guess were like on the same team, and I think I would assume Lance's dad was a quarterback.
I don't know. It's unclear.
It's unclear, right?
He might be like a receiver. Them both might have been a receiver or a tight. I feel like the dad for Mox is probably like a tight end or something.
Yeah, I think he just probably wasn't the greatest athlete.
Yeah.
So he's trying to live obviously vicariously through Mox with him winning the state championship, and
Lance. Yeah.
the barbecue scene turns into like throwing.
Pissing
Like
contest,
you guys ever see William Tell puts the beer can on his head? Lance delivers, albeit a fucking horrific
dart.
I mean, the pass is supposed to be a dart, but his like throwing motion, I don't buy it as.
You know, by Paul Walker.
I don't buy Paul Walker.
I got to review it. I didn't clock it when I watched it, so it seemed okay to me. But I'll give it another look.
It just wasn't great. And then
It wasn't bad.
Mox comes up. He's hearing all the crazies and
Turns and fucking fires.
trails his dad.
Right in the nose.
Drains his
bridge.
dad right in the beak.
I like how they have the red flash on the screen, like it's like a video game.
Felt like I was
you
in James
died.
Bond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like game over, retry. And then I love too. Before that, they're like betting. Lance's dad is like, still got it. Come on, Lance, button hook, hut, and and then he's like, all right, let's do it, Mox. Give me a slant. Like, why wouldn't you also just do a button hook? Slant's harder to do. Button hook's like the easiest route. Like you just turn around. Like that's not hard to throw.
No,
like,
I get that, but guess what? You got to get
Well, he
that ball
should.
on the slant.
But I'm
Not
just
wait until
saying,
he's like 2 strides
if
in.
his dad was smart, he'd been like, throw me the same thing. Anyway, and then Lance's dad's like, well, I guess bad hands just runs in the family.
Yeah, he's talking some shit.
The way Lance's dad talks to is hilarious. He's like
I
this
enjoyed it as
really
well, yeah.
over the top, like,
that
well,
fact?
geez, boy, don't get your panties in a bunch.
Yeah.
It's Richard Lineback,
Yeah,
Joe Harper.
he really goes for it. And and then another funny line he has after his dad gets hit in the face, he's the mom's like, oh, get some ice, and then he's like, not ice, get him a beer. You can hear it like in the background or whatever. Next thing I have is the sex ed class. Billy Bob passes out, but before that we get Miss Davis, and I want y'all to repeat after me. Penis, vagina. And then can anyone tell me the common slang term for the male erection? And the guy's like, boner is his boner one? Yes, boner's good. Boner's very good. And then she asks Mox,
and he goes on a 10-minute
the male
rant.
erection, and then he's like, pitching a tent, sporting wood, the icicle it formed, the march is on, stiffy, Mr. Mortis, Rigor Mortis has set in, Flesh Rocket, Jack's Magic Beanstalk, Tall Tommy, Mushroom on a Stick, Mr. Mushroom Head, Purple Headed Yogurt Slinger, and Pedro.
What?
Like,
yeah, go sorry. I'm
Pedro.
on it.
He smiles.
What is Pedro? I never.
I think
Penis Pedro? I don't know.
I think he named his own dick.
Yeah, I just thought it was him because
Never knew. I was watching it and I remember.
I'd imagine that has to be it.
I remember back in the day where I'm like, I never clocked Pedro. Like, what is?
I always just
who
because
is
it's
Pedro?
like penis is PE, Pedro's PE. It kind of sounds similar. It's
Pedro
like a name
penis.
for your dick.
Pedro
yeah.
penis.
It's called the Octagon.
Yeah. I had next as the football game where Lance gets hurt.
Yeah.
So
Run through it.
We kind of talked about it. Why the fuck was he still in?
Well, Billy Bob passed out in class, and the nurse said he thinks she has a concussion. And then Kilmer comes in and is like, "Oh no,
Was
you're
nervous for
fine."
the
He's like,
game.
"And you're gonna play every minute tonight or whatever."
Yeah,
And it's
don't you
he's
worry.
like, "She don't think I should play." He's like, "Well, you don't let her. You play for me or whatever."
Yeah.
And then there's a play. They get the ball back. They need to score. Billy Bob is huffing oxygen out of an oxygen tank, and Kilmer's like, "Get back in there, one more series." And then Mox is like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Excuse me. Are you sure you can go? Are you okay or whatever? And he's like, "Don't talk to him. Get out there." And
Yeah.
then he gets out there, passes out right as technically I think he make a false start. It looked like, but
It's
anyway,
close. Yeah.
It's close.
right,
bang, bang.
right as the play is about to be hiked or being hiked.
Lance
the guy,
gets
just
double teamed and sacked for a
lands
fumble.
on his knee. A little. It seems like it's kind of awkward, and he's just grabbing it like
Yeah.
he's in pain, like the worst pain of his life. Billy Bob comes to. What did I do? What did I do? I can't believe it. He's just like devastated, and now it's like everybody in the stadium is just like dead quiet, because like now they realize their star is done, and Mox is gonna have to play, who they have no idea if he can play or not.
There's a lot of negative commentary early on. They're like, "Yeah, this guy ain't worth shit." Like you have all the old heads like, no faith.
What do you guys think of like the Paul Walker when they tackled him? You think it could have done a better? Like it seemed like I'm like, what does knee really get that fucked up from that? Like I don't know. What do you guys?
I mean, his knee is structurally probably
already
unsound
fucked, yeah.
because he's getting pain shots and
yeah.
all that shit.
So yes, could that happen on a normal play?
I'm saying I think any amount of movement. You see guys take one step and go down. So I think it could have happened on any movement, but the way that they shot it, I think they could have easily done something that shows like you getting tackled by two guys, like a high-low exchange or shit like that would kind of result in like, yeah, you could.
I think they did a better job in Friday Night Lights with Bowie Miles, where he got like you said hit high low and his knee kind of twisted or whatever. Where like this maybe like I would have had Lance like rolling out and just trying to escape, and as he throws, the guy grabs him and his knee bends at a weird angle or something like that. Maybe like something a little more obvious.
And then they find out later that he tore every major
ligament.
He's had scar tissue for a long time,
right?
And that Kilmer obviously has been hiding it. But then I was gonna say before that the game now. Mox has to come in and coach, of course, now. Oh, I'm behind you 100%. Like, yeah, okay. First play, though. Throws a 40-yard bomb to Tweeder on a fucking rope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking fantastic throw. Next play, stops the clock with an uncalled intentional grounding. I had written down when he hits the other team's mascot right in the head.
It hits the other team mascot right in the beak, and then Mox's
That's funny
dad will
shit.
go like, ha.
Yeah, he's like,
got
oh
the mask.
Yeah,
thing
he's
on
got-
and
He
the
realized like
bandage.
he can put the ball anywhere he fucking wants.
Oh yeah,
he hit me on purpose.
Intentional for sure.
And then I love the next play. Mox is trying to get the plays from the sideline, and he's just not getting the signals. And he's like, "Fuck it." It's like, "Hey Wendel, how's your throwing arm? Feel good?" Yeah, and he throws a fucking halfback pass back to Mox.
Yeah, Mox
who
roll out.
jukes two guys and then hits the guy going into the end zone. They win the game.
Yeah, fucking
Heroic play, epic play, and everybody thinks that Kilmer is this genius who called this play when in reality,
Right.
Mox is the one who called it and executed it with Wendel. And I love the look on Kilmer, just like this motherfucker, like you son of a bitch.
Starting to see the anarchy.
Like there's nothing I can do. Like I need you to right now.
You got nobody else.
Also in that scene, I had a line written down before Mox goes, and he's like, "That Moxon ain't worth the Charmin he wipes his butt with." I think it's that Czech guy again, which that guy's just on fire throughout the movie.
On fire is Ryan's favorite character.
Okay,
of all
spoiler,
time.
he's gonna come up later in this team
of
seal.
course, yeah.
Supporting performance.
Yeah, I just like again. We talked about how the football is shot, but like even just like the design, the way in which the plays were, And like, as I'm skipping a little bit ahead to the ending is another trick play. So it's like, I like that they kind of interchange. Like, that's kind of high school bullshit in a small town. Like, hey, we're going to fucking just whip it around here and do this shit. So I like the style of play, I guess.
I like how they set it up, like I talked about in the practice, where when he comes in, he's like, I'm going to run this crazy offense. So he's not like, why would he do this? Like, he actually, this is what he believes that, and he can do it,
I mean, I think he's a gunslinger. So he's like, let me throw the ball. I don't want to hand it off to one. I think Lance was probably more of like a real game manager, like, hey, I'll get you, like the Tom Brady type, right? Where he's like, I can hand it off, I can also run for 20 yards.
I mean, if he's going to Florida State and he's Mr. All-State, it would seem like he would be better than that. But yeah, from the offense that we see them run, it doesn't look like.
I'm taking into account that Wendel is saying like, I get all these yards.
He averages $130
like,
a game. That's a lot.
To a running back, dumping it off or like doing stuff like that.
Let's talk while we're on. Let's just talk about that because I had that written for later. So like Coach Kilmer's like coaching philosophy. He says later in the movie we're a running team. I don't know if he's just saying that because Mox is the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he's saying
we don't know the previous.
Or if he's
stats.
saying that because they're actually a running team.
They mentioned though, Wendell says I average 130 a game.
He does say that, but every game we see, we never see Wendell run till the last game, which I thought
Wendell
is interesting.
didn't have a play.
Every other game when Lance was in, it was Lance running it or Lance throwing a short pass or whatever. So I just thought that was a little interesting, kind of a semi-picky nit. Like, they say they're a running team. Now, again, is it the whole season or just that portion of the season? And Wendell, like you said, does mention that he gets the yards, so many yards a game. We don't really see a lot of it, so I don't know. I just clocked out.
Without the previous context of how they are doing so well, I'm just kind of also, again, I'm taking in some liberties with like the fact that Kilmer is like an old school guy. Old school guys in the 80s probably ran a shitload or played, did plays where
You're
not.
right. I wish they would have showed Wendell doing more than
Fair
previously,
point,
I guess, to back up that thing. Because, like if Lance is this all-state, all-good quarterback, wouldn't you think the offense would revolve around him throwing?
Yeah, I mean, he should have 500 yards a game.
And I'll say Wendell, sorry, picking it, but Wendell's injury, from what I could gather, and I've messed up my knee and pulled my groin hamstring. That's a groin hamstring pull if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I had that later. But,
so,
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that. I just, from what I saw, I was like,
I'm at the next party.
I was going to say the hospital part really quick where they're there, and then the doctor says the scar tissue thing, and then Kilmer blatantly lies to him and is like,
it's the first time.
Yeah, it's the first time I'm hearing about anything. He clearly, obviously, you've been giving him shots the whole season. For a lot of the season,
as a workhorse,
and then that's when we see Darcy start to go for Mox now. On the ride home, she's changing in front of him and
laying it on thick,
and it's like, oh shit, and that's the party scene. Go ahead, what would you add?
Yeah, I mean, again, I love Tweeder's antics, but mainly how he coaxes like the cops show up, but they're like small town cops are like, what's going on here? Nobody's dead. Okay. Just keep it down and, like, we'll move on. Everybody's drinking. Everybody's, like, doing all this stuff. And Tweeder's like, you know what? I'm right. I'm sorry. You're right. I need to calm it down. I need to stop doing this. And, kiss my monkey. And then he gets into the cop car, takes off. You find him meeting up with Mox now, like,
with
later down the road.
Like Frosher, yes.
I had, after he steals the cop car, Mox goes and gets the bottle of soda, but then at the convenience store, the clerk puts the 6-pack up there and takes the Coke away. And he's like, okay. And he's like, how much owe you? Your money's no good here.
I mean, have you ever been gifted a 6-pack? That's pretty nice.
It's a nice. I'd imagine, honestly, in real life, like 90s, especially like football towns like that in the middle of Texas, where guess what? They live and breathe that. There's 2 seasons of football. It's not just fall and then not so
it's football, not
it's football all year round. So I could see like smaller towns like they'll give their kids those privileges, and you're basically a celebrity.
And then you got Tweeder pulls up in the cop car naked with 3 naked girls, which what a dream come true that would be. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, Mox thinks he's going to get arrested as he hides the beer.
Yeah, no, he dumps that behind his back.
And then it's like, you're John the Mox, and you have the right to get butt-ass naked and get inside this car or whatever.
Right. And he had this setup, man.
He gives
all
the girl
perks, a lot of fringe benefits.
Gives the girl his jacket. And Then
That's a picky
next
note,
I
too,
have
I'm
is
sorry.
Mox's first start is an away game against the Waynesboro Broncos. He has a 40-yard scramble, and they win 66-3. And Mox gives a radio interview after the win, and you can tell by his response, he's kind of like
He's
buying
feeling
his
it.
own hype. Or like,
Feeling it.
Yeah, he's feeling it, and like now he's embracing the QB1 status, if you will.
Sure.
The next thing I had was the team practice with the hook and ladder to Billy Bob, which we'll see later.
Yeah. I have thoughts on that.
Kilmer's like, "You are the damn dumbest smart kid I know." I just thought that was
a good line.
Then we have the condom scene. Woj, this is your
Yeah, I mean, this is also the point where Darcy is like starting to. She just kind of goes to whoever's the hot talent at the time was Lance, and then she's switching over to Mox, and Mox and her like grew up together, I guess. So they got some, connection there.
She invites him over, says that her parents,
Like, I'm very
her
discreet.
parents are going to the gun club. Anytime after 7, you come over. I'm not telling anybody else you're coming over.
Right.
And then Mox obviously has a girlfriend who's Lance's sister, who he
Celeste,
seems
right?
to love or care about. But if you see Allie Lard in this movie,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You
You're
would,
folding like a fucking lung.
I mean, he's feeling himself for
yeah,
sure. Like
you would certainly think about it.
I am the top.
Sorry, that's going down.
I'm the top dog on campus.
I'm QB1.
Yeah, right. So Mox buying condoms. He's like, and he's doing his like inner monologue with his brother. There, he's like, "Why be good? I'm always good. Where's my upside to being good?" Looks at the box of condoms. I mean, I'm 18 years old. It's not like I'm married to her. She invited me over. I'm just being polite, right, Kyle?
I only answer to one name. I am the great and honorable Ali Akbar Shabazz Da.
That's a bunch of names.
But there is only one God. All praise to be Allah.
Yeah, well, would Allah nail Darcy if he had the chance?
That's great.
Huh, I think I would. I think he would.
And then his brother pulls the condoms up to the counter. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah,
And the black counter guy looks at him like, what the fuck?
I love his brother Kyle throughout the entire movie. Like,
Yeah, we
it
should
starts-
talk about him really quick.
Starts with getting his like on the cross. He's very like religious or like finding God.
He goes through like phases.
He goes through like spiritual like runs
It's
because
like,
he's
got a cross in one. He has
Muslim one.
a cult. He's starting
Cult
a cult
leader.
with like his followers. And I just like the interaction with the dad every time. It's like, what is happening?
Who are these kids?
Who are these kids? Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Dad's all flustered.
It's like-
the mom's just like, "Oh, honey."
I'll have no more of this. You're going to play football. Or I've at the party. He's like, yeah, Kyle's been ready. Just his leg's been hurting him or something. Like, aren't you ready, Kyle? He's like over there like
Getting his
meditating,
hands
yeah.
near the barbecue pit or some shit.
It's so good.
I just love that through line in there. I would say let's wait to talk about the cast and character though. Like we're almost
No,
all
yeah, for
scenes
sure.
here.
Next. I had the infamous whipped cream bikini
Yeah.
scene, which is probably arguably the most famous scene of the movie, the most
hell yeah.
memorable. Mox goes over to Darcy's house. She's like, "I didn't think you were coming. I'm here." And then she's like, "You want a sundae? I'm gonna make me a sundae. You want a sundae? You want a sundae? You want whipped cream on it? Yeah, okay." And then while she's getting what the sundaes are, you think are sundaes together, Mox is like looking around their place and he sees like the picture of like Lance and her and like his sister, his girlfriend, who's his sister, and I think he's having like second thoughts. And the reflection of the gun cabinet, you see Allie Larder come out in whipped cream bikini, literally. Yeah.
I mean, again, I think it's a pretty common high school movie, not trope, but like the starter where you saw that, like.
Well, yeah. At this time, especially, there was always like American Pie or something. Like there was like a nude scene where it's like, okay, at the middle point of the movie, the 45-minute to hour mark, we're gonna have gratuitous nudity.
I
They
mean,
doubled
they
down with
really,
Miss Davis right
they
there
really
after.
did. They went right from that. I'm pretty sure to the
strip club, the
scene,
landing
right?
strip, which is great.
Maybe
I think
one scene in between.
Yeah, it's close to that. Yeah, you're right. It might be one. Yeah. I'll say they do kiss him and Darcy, but ultimately, I keep saying Lance. Mox decides, no, this is not for me. I don't want to cheat on her. Like I might love my girlfriend. I don't love you.
But Lance might love you.
And then she's like, I don't love Lance. It was never about love. It was about getting me out of here. We were gonna go to Florida State, and he was gonna take me with him. And now I'm gonna be.
She's
stuck.
looking for her next meal ticket.
Yeah.
Sure.
But she's smart. That's what he was saying. Like, she's got aces. Like, she could go wherever she wants if she wants.
Yeah. And then
It's not like
they
she's
both.
dumb.
He kind of tells her like, "Hey, you'll be fine. We'll just be friends." And They seem to be cool. But then I was gonna say the next day though, fucking Mox fucks up. He sees her at school after talking to Wendel, and then she kisses him on the lips like almost like a makeout, like a mini makeout.
Yeah, it's like
In
right
the
in school.
hallway.
Right, that's kind of fucked.
I mean, in high school, like somebody kissing in the hallway, you like clock it.
Yeah, it
for
was
sure.
more. It was more than a kiss on the cheek, obviously, and it was more than just even a peck on the lips. It was like a full-on open mouth, 5-second kiss. I don't know, like 3-second, 5-second, like not for someone who's not your girlfriend.
And who's Amy? What's Amy Smart's character?
I don't know her name. I'm sorry.
I forget it, to be honest, too.
Damn, I should know it.
Julie.
Julie, I was. It started with the J.
Julie sees it right away, and then like obviously now Mox is a little too big for the old britches.
Right, and
playing the field.
They're kind of on the outs a little bit. He goes to apologize at her work, which is like a drive-in food place,
like a
and
Sonic.
she calls kind of like the one in Days of Confused that
Yes.
McConaughey pulls up to, and then she gets all the people to like.
All she has to say is it's your starting quarterback,
Right.
John Moxon or whatever.
Exactly.
And everybody flocks to him. It's a small town, so it just goes nuts. You can't even move. He's a celebrity there. It's fucking insane.
Before quick little thing I had before the strip club. They have a little practice thing, and Tweeder's like talking to Mox like, "Will you listen to me? Bitches are just panty droppers. You understand? That's it." And Mox like, "What?" It's like, "Listen, you give them a Percocet, 2 Vicodin, and a couple of beers. The panties drop. It's very nice. It's nice." He's like, "Do you think Mox like you think you'll enjoy prison, Tweeder?"
Yeah.
And then I don't know. And he's like, looks at his jock strap. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" I thought that was fucking.
That was a good one. That was
Yeah,
good.
it's fucked up.
Good
but
little
also
dialogue.
kind of funny.
It's a tweeter in a nutshell right there.
All right, strip club scene. Take it away. Whoa.
Oh no, I mean I'm just kind of that like 2 scenes together. I mean not 2 full scenes together, but like basically like them blowing off the steam, finding out that the English teacher,
Who
no,
has
sorry,
a
the
sweet
sex ed
car.
teacher is
She's got a killer car too. The thing.
is a stripper and they just kind of go, and like I said, these kids are just like allowed, like they know they're 18 years old, but I mean some places you can get in, but it's more of like, okay, you just do whatever, drink, and like drinks are on the house all night because you're winning football games.
Well, I wonder if this strip club we don't really see. It was like more out of town, so like she didn't think people would see her there.
Right. It might have been a
I
little
think
bit of ways.
I think that might have been also a coincidence. It's called the landing strip. They call it the same thing in the show Friday Night Lights. I thought that was funny.
Do they?
Yeah. And then so it's Mox, Wendel, Lance, Billy Bob, and Tweeder, and what's his face? Mox set this up to bring Lance out.
Yeah, to get him going.
To get him,
the
he's
group.
been fucked up with his knee, and he wants to make him feel like he's still part of the team and whatnot. And even they have a little moment there where he's like, "Hey, you're the only one who came to visit me in the hospital. Like,
Right.
thanks for bringing my ass out here." And
It's also a guilt trip without knowing it that he's like he has been kissing his girl.
Yeah.
And
well, he could have done more. I think Mox is, it wasn't great, but he went all the way up as far as he could go, and then he pulled, back or whatever.
sure.
Could we all have fun with this? This is pre-OnlyFans, pretty much. You have, Miss Teacher gets paid shit as Miss Teacher doing this for extra cash. It was just OnlyFans before OnlyFans. You had a strip club.
That was really funny too. They have a couple of funny moments where he tells Wendell to turn around, and there's the girl's rack right in his face.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
gets like motorboated, and then
Billy Bob's up.
Billy
Billy
Bob
Bob on
goes
the
up the stage.
yeah,
It's a
shirtless.
strip club, right? Yeah.
like, "Hey, they paying me or whatever." And then Tweeder, after they find out it's Miss Davis, they're all like,
Holy shit.
"Holy
And Hot
shit!"
for Teacher, yeah.
Hot for Teacher, perfect
Yeah,
song.
great song.
And she's drinking with them afterwards. Like,
Tweeder, "I just want you to know that I am 18. I have had sex with older women before. It was topical. It was erotic. I gave it 9.5 out of 10. I still got wood."
Yeah.
And Billy Bob, 10.
10.
10. Give it a 10. Great. And then they get out. I don't know what time it is, like
Fucking
9 in the morning
Yeah.
or something.
I
Like,
pulled an all-nighter.
yeah. And then they have the football game that night. They're like fucked up beyond belief.
Yeah, they're hungover, so they're getting their ass stomped. I think it's Elwood or something like that.
and they're big
And it's
hits,
dude,
too.
it's just it's a perfect amalgamation of like this song.
Yeah.
Like we'll get to the soundtrack in a bit, but
It's
then like
Thunderstruck
slow
for the
mo. Is it
Thunderstruck,
Yeah.
AC/DC.
And
it.
then I mean they're just getting creamed by the other team. Like it's I
Big
fucking
hits,
love
too.
this.
It wasn't
I love that too. Like Billy Bob's like, "I think I'm gonna shit my pants or something. I can't." And then the Tweeder's like, "All I can think about is Miss Davis' titties in my face. I can't concentrate." It's so funny. Fucking Kilmer loses his shit in the locker room after. Hope it was fun. Hope it was fun. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Then he talks like Billy Bob's cries like, I don't want to get your crying ass the hell out of my locker room. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude, he goes fucking heavy on him. But I kind of agree with him. Like, hope it was fun. Like, honestly, I would have been pissed with my guys too. I'd be like, I get it's team bonding, but come on.
Can you believe though that four guys in the entire team caused them to lose? Really, 4 guys.
Lance
doesn't.
Think about it.
I mean, like Lance can't, or not Lance. I keep saying Mox.
You have your running back.
Mox can't block for himself, right? He's getting crushed. It's not all his fault.
I mean,
all right. So you have a right guard.
I mean, think of who's missing in your team or who's not playing well. Quarterback,
running back,
star offensive tackle,
receiver.
and possibly defensive tackle. We don't know if Billy Bob plays the other side.
Yeah, and
wide receiver and running back.
Yeah, there goes your whole fucking offense.
You miss that in any
much.
game, it's going to be tough to put together.
Well, maybe Coach Kilmer should have better coaching and have more depth on his team.
I mean, that's kind of the also.
He doesn't have money alternatives.
I don't think he's
Who the hell's the backup
good
to
coach.
Moxon?
I think Kilmer is just a hard ass. It's just like, if you run the ball, you will win. Like, that's what he wants to do.
He wanted to take out Moxon's hands.
Like it's
Probably because he
1972.
knows his defense is dog shit.
Could be.
Clearly, because they can't
we
stop a
don't.
nosebleed.
That's what I did like about Friday Night Lights, at least in the movie, is that they had a defensive player in the mix.
Oriented.
Yeah, I was gonna
Chavez
say
and
Whitaker
and
Preacher Man.
Yeah,
about this movie too. Everybody's on the same side of the
yeah.
ball.
Could have kind of flopped out, but let's see. Leave that for
I agree with that. Next thing I have is
I got Billy Bob and
the infamous playing football. West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life. Which, as you recall, guys, Woj texted me, "What's the movie this week?" And I replied with that GIF, and you were like, "Got it, got it." Like that said it all.
I mean, dude, it's also the one fucking line that James Vanderbeek hits real hard.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want your life.
Your life. And then his brother brings bacon home, and that's when Mox knows something's wrong.
Yeah, he's like, take care. You'll know how to take care of bacon. So Billy Bob's on the field. Football field with a shotgun in the back of his truck and a whole bottle of booze. And he's obviously worse for wear. And, I mean, it's just basically the realization of, like, football is not my entire existence. Like, see this trophy? It's like 9 years old, man. All tackle on summer
Most
camp.
improved or something.
Yeah, shooting it with a shotgun.
Well,
But I like that.
I got mixed up with that because it is a pump action gun, but if it's a shotgun, shells would come out. But I saw a lot of his were brass, so it doesn't make sense because shotgun. I know. Like I said, call it. I would want to know what gun it was because our rifles pump action. Not many. Not to say that it doesn't exist.
I think that was a nice moment though for
it was a nice moment.
Mox and Billy Bob, like be like, hey man, I need you. Like we need you. Like he's like, fuck Kilmer. Why do you care about Kilmer? He's like, I do care about his state championship. I care about it. Like it's my fault or whatever.
I mean, dude,
he's a liability on the line though. I'll be the first one to say, man, he gets fucking pancaked a lot.
The ending of that scene though, where Kilmer's face is like this is like district championship or whatever.
Come meet Bud Kilmer. Yeah, Mox nails it.
Blows his face away.
And of course, also accurate. Everybody in Texas shoots fucking guns, so of course he's gonna fucking nail it.
I just thought it was a great segue of
true.
like it's that, and then I feel
guns.
like it got right into the Gilroy game, right?
No, I'm saying yeah, for sure.
Last football match against Gilroy.
I have the last practice. He says, Kilmer's like, he pulls him aside. He's like, you disobey me and I will bury you. I know your scholarship to Brown. I got your grades under review. Don't think for a minute that I can't fuck with your transcripts and get the whole deal blown for you. So I get what I want and you get what you want. It's like basically like blackmailing Mox to play the way he wants to play. And then there's a little quick scene with Mox and his girlfriend where he goes and says, hey, I got into Brown, but this thing with Kilmer, I don't know what to do. She's like, don't play. Well, he's like, I have to play. And like, she's like, why don't you just go be heroic or something? Something like that.
Yeah.
Then, Gilroy game is the last thing I have. Which is Kilmer calls for Mox to call the game his way and run the ball. Wendel, we're a running team. Wendel gets the touchdown because Mox changes the play for him.
Yep.
He originally has they get down to the 10, then Kilmer I think calls for the fullback or something to do it. And then Mox is like, we're going to give us one to Wendel. Change
20,
that to
25.
25. He's like, and they're all like, no. He's like, y'all got a problem with Wendel putting the one in the end zone? Oh, no. Okay. And then he's like, thanks, Mox. That was a nice little moment. And then the next drive, it would seem that, like, at least Wendel, I think he tears his hamstring, it looks like. He grabs his hamstring.
He does. He comes back here. That's why I was like, I don't think it's knee.
Yeah, then later they're like, you're going to put in his knee. That was interesting. But yeah, anyway. So then he's likely done for the year. And then
Big confrontation.
they get touchdown. Well, I'll say Gilroy gets a touchdown. And then there's like a minute and a half left. And Mox is like, let me run a play. And Kilmer's like, take a knee. And the whole crowd is like, boo.
Yeah, he should be booed.
Let me get into the locker room
part, yeah.
where Kilmer is facilitating the injection into Wendel. Now everybody sees it, which you're doing it with the door open, picking this for later. And so now this gets into that table read, right?
Yes.
Yes. Kind of team turning on
Kilmer.
Yeah, Kilmer.
All right, now to the refresher. I believe it's the middle one, and I'm Kilmer and Lance.
I'm Mox.
I'm going to be Wendel and...
You're Tweeder.
Wendel and Tweeder?
I think so. And then Woj was Mox and I'm sorry.
I'm Mox
Bobby's
and Lance.
Mox and Wendel.
Okay.
You're supposed to be Tweeder and Billy Bob.
Tweeder and Billy Bob.
Okay. You're Mox and Wendel.
All right, Mox and Wendel.
Okay.
I'm
Tweeder
Kilmer and Lance.
Tweeder and Billy Bob. All right.
A
trainer's about to administer a shot to Wendell's knee as the other players walk on it. Hey, Coach, I heard a pop. I think he's hurt pretty bad.
Get out of here. Y'all wouldn't know anything about it. Dedication, team play. But I would. Don't do it, Wendel. It's not worth it, man. You going to listen to that from a gimp who's praying if we lose so he can be the missing link?
Maybe I shouldn't do it.
Get the hell out of here. Don't do it. Before I lose my temper. Get out.
Don't do it.
Are you Billy Bob?
That needle goes anywhere near Wendell's leg, I swear to God, on my mother's grave, I'll rip your arms off and beat you to death with them.
You stay the hell out of this, Billy Bob. It has nothing to do with you.
This has to do with all of us. We kill ourselves for you year round. We play hurt. We play sick. We spent most of that time scared that we're going to screw up, and you're going to kick our ass because you. And Kilmer attempts to close the door on Mox's face, but Mox stops it. You don't really give a fuck about us. All you care about is the next district title.
Give him the shot.
If you give him that shot, you can find yourself another fucking quarterback.
You about ready to lose that scholarship, boy?
If it keeps the needle out of his leg, absolutely.
Good.
All right, fuck it. I'm out.
Oh, that's good. Real good. Tweeder, you'll take the snaps.
No, I won't, Coach. I'm out. I'm out, too.
And this is at this point, Coach Kilmer runs directly at Mox and strangles him on the training table in front of the whole team. And, he realizes what he's doing fairly shortly after, and, he's like, oh, fuck.
He does it, and he goes, it's the fucking flip of a switch. He's like, all right, come on. Let's go. Let's get out there. Let's play. We got a second half to come out.
He's like, I need y'all to trust me. Come on. If y'all trust me, you'll come out there. I'm going to go out there. You'll follow me. And then he's out in the hallway.
Yeah.
No one follows
him.
Yeah. Everyone just looks at each other like they can't believe what just happened.
Absolutely lost the team.
And then I think what's his face has Mox. Mox has a nice speech or whatever, or a little line.
It's we're going to go out there for 24 minutes.
He said, before this game started, Kilmer said 48 minutes for the next 48 years of your life. I say, fuck that. All right? Fuck that. Let's go out there and we play the next 24 minutes for the next 24 minutes, and we leave it all on the field. We have the rest of our lives to be mediocre, but we have the opportunity to play like gods for the next half of football.
Liked it. Yep, they got me all amped.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when they go out. I believe, I don't know if it's that point. Isn't it when Foo Fighters' Hero is playing? Is that right away, or is that shortly after?
I think it's shortly after. Once
there.
in the hallway coming out.
So anyway, that leads to so none of we'll get into this, but none of the assistant coaches, none of the coaches joined them in the second half. Lance basically becomes a de facto head coach.
Yeah.
He's calling the plays.
Signaling all that
At one
shit.
point, we kind of skip to the fourth quarter. We don't see the third quarter. We skip all the way to the fourth.
Well, their defense holds them apparently.
And Lance is like, all right, we're going to run the oop-de-oop offense. Five receivers, no tight ends, no running backs. I want to get, Tweeder in the mismatch, and then Mox comes in, and I call the plays the huddle. No
huddle.
And Billy Bob's like, what? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then everybody is like, clearly never seen the spread offense at this time. They're amazed by what
they just
the check guy in the audience like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like what the fuck?
And you can see the mismatches. You have middle linebackers that are trying to take.
They show the defense
receiver.
is utterly confused.
And they're gassed and they don't know where to line up. And then
big
Tweeder
chunk
gets
plays.
a couple, and
Yeah.
then it ends up they get a touchdown fairly quickly. It seems like, and then the next
it's
thing we
14,
see
17.
is they're gonna punt it, and they have no timeout, so they have to block the punt in order to have a chance to win the game.
to return it.
to get a better field position.
Right. They don't know. I don't think we know how much time is on the clock. But
I think it was like 45 seconds or something.
So I mean,
like
again,
minute.
if they
Under a
punted
minute,
it, it just would have obviously flipped the field. It would have been
it would have been
way
hard to make a
way
drive.
worse field position. So they block it.
And
But before we should mention Billy Bob, he's like, put me in, Coach Lance. We'll block it. He's like, you want to play defense? Put me in. We'll block it.
Yeah.
All right, get in there.
Takes on two guys
And
at the
Tweeder's-
first level, and then hits another guy. So Tweeder can
And then
get
Tweeder, follows up behind him and gets the block. They get the
Recover
ball at
it,
about, 20-yard line or something.
yeah,
20,
like
25.
20, 30 yards.
So they come in. They run a quick play to Tweeder. He doesn't get out of
Sudden out,
bounds.
yeah.
He didn't get out. So he does a thing where he maybe intentional grounding. They don't call it. Hits the guy on the
cowboy.
horse, the
Yeah,
mascot for the
cowboy.
other team. And then it's the one last play, and Coach
and
Lance
ladder.
calls the Billy Bob hook and ladder that
Yeah.
we saw earlier in practice that went horribly.
Man, fucking
Billy Bob
bobbles
couldn't
it.
handle the toss, the pitch. And he's like, are you serious? He's like, just catch it. Turn and catch
It's
it.
a ball. Look, I'm a ball.
Yeah,
Catch it.
Catch it. And then I always get a kick out of like when they run the
Oh, look.
the play. Tweeder like holds his hands
Yeah.
really exaggerated like
Yes.
to catch. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, because it seems like it's forever that
Yeah.
he's like,
As Mox throws it to him as soon as Tweeder gets hit, pitches it
Shuffles
back
it, yeah.
to Billy Bob. Iconic, also like slow motion and score going on at this time. Billy Bob catches it, looks down, and then he said an awesome wide shot, like side angle of him running
arm
by,
and
like just
running.
stiff arming the first guy who's like launched it. Looks like fucking. There's two other guys who launch it, and he breaks both them, and then takes
he
like
carries
four
two of them
or
with three
five.
of them
I don't
on
know,
his
3, 4,
back.
5 guys into the end zone. Game over. They're champions, and then they're like making
Cue
a
the
thing like,
celebration.
Bud Kilmer's got another district title, and he's in the office like packing his shit up.
Yeah, you
they're-
never coached again.
they're,
after
yeah, they're
that?
all celebrating. There's like the post, like the epilogue, where it's like, I never played football again.
Yeah, give a quick recap.
Billy Bob cries because Billy Bob cried. Tweeder drank beers because Tweeder drank beers. And then like Lance found his calling. He's going to be a football coach. Wendel got his scholarship to Grambling.
Yep.
And then Kilmer never coached again. And the only reason that statue wasn't torn down is because it was too heavy to move. And that was
And he did go to Brown. He never mentioned what's her name, Julie. So it's like maybe he should have jumped on those fringe benefits. Just saying.
And then the movie kind of basically is over at that point.
Yeah, it's the sound of it. But yeah, let's run through. You want to go cast or
Just
finish up
any
quotes?
quotes we missed,
Yeah.
let's just do that now.
Okay. I just like. I mean, Kilmer.
Oh, go ahead.
Kilmer, what a fucking asshole. Oop de oop, give me a break. Oop de fucking oop, give me a break.
There's a one quick line I like when they're at the party and Darcy walks by and she's like, she got aces. I told you, he's like, you should dress like that. It's like, costs a lot of money to look that cheap. Well, she's got option or whatever.
Yeah.
She's got aces.
Yeah, she's got options. And I like the Kilmer scene when he's like the cops are complaining about the boys. They're lawless, they did this. They were.
Yeah.
He's like, you having a hard time, taking care of the boys.
Are my boys
Yeah.
giving you trouble?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. I don't know if I like
What a
it.
flex.
There's a notable line when he's like, how you doing, boy? To Wendell.
Yeah, right.
And then he's like,
right.
never show weakness. The only pain that matters is the pain you inflict. I don't know. Those.
He got Lance going down, and the announcer just like, well, there goes the season.
Yep, that was fucking great.
Just an immediate turn on it. I love it. Just a couple classics. Fuck it. Where he's trying to get the play, and he's just like, fuck it. Son of a bitch.
Cry me a river, you fat fucking baby. Your daddy was a no-talent pussy, but at least he listened.
Yeah, that was rough.
The sign on the Good Luck Coyotes sign on the edge of the town says, last one out of town turns off the lights. I love that. It's pretty cool. They travel well.
Miss Davis, will you go to the prom with me?
I like they swore a pact. We swore a pact. We're not going to talk
Not going to say anything.
Is the cop is like, the worst thing we used to do back in the day was maybe like have some drinks. Now these boys pulled out the whiners and pressed them up against the glass.
Now you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
I forgot the end of the speech that Moxley's like, nah, we go out there and we half-ass it because we're scared. All we're left with is an excuse. We're always going to wonder. But if we go out there and we give it absolutely everything, that's heroic. Let's be heroes. That was really epic. That was cool.
I got.
I'm out.
I got
Ooh,
one.
look, a ball. Just catch the ball, you big dummy. Kilmer to Billy Bob is like, you're dragging ass out there, son, and it's fucking up my universe.
Yeah, it's fucking up my shit.
I like Amy Smart's one where she's like, come on, let me see your lunch. When she makes that shot or the quarter in.
She's fucking beast at that.
I got they scanned my cat for a cat scan.
I'm good.
Good gosh and mighty Joe Friday. And I'm
nice. I'm out.
I'm out.
All right, next one.
All right, let's do the scene stealing supporting performance. So I guess obviously not James Van Der Beek. I don't know. I think we should not include John Voight.
No.
What about Weeder?
Tweeder?
Tweeder, sorry.
What do you think, Woj?
I think Tweeder could be in the
Tweeder for sure.
conversation.
Yeah, Tweeder's awesome.
Okay, so
Anybody else
I think
really?
immediate vote goes there, but
I mean, I think it depends how big or small you want to go. I think the Czech guy's my pick personally. That guy was great.
I like Lance's dad.
I had Lance's dad. Kyle, the little brother, I thought was great.
Yeah, he was funny and
Joe Pickler.
Pickler, yeah. Yeah, you
Interesting.
mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, interesting thing about this kid. He's a child actor. He's in a couple other things like Beethoven, some other like Disney type
He's just trying to
movies or
finish up his
whatever.
high school. Yeah.
In like 2006, he just disappeared.
Goes missing.
Really?
Literally,
goes
like
missing.
no trace of him, no leads, no the cops. I mean, I'm sure there's a cold case file on him somewhere, but like no family has contact with him. Like just gone. Like no body found, nothing like that.
Right.
So it's just like
Isn't that wild?
gone into thin air is Joe Pickler. I don't know if he would have done anything, huge. I also mentioned in my notes, he looks like the quintessential 90s kid. I'm like, that kid just looks like he's a 90s kid.
Yeah.
Right.
I also had the Coyotes announcers. I like their announcers.
Yeah, they're great.
For the game. And then, of course, Darcy. She's
Darcy.
coming in hot, literally.
Her in the red dress, too. That was...
But my favorite is that Czech guy. He's just like these little comments like, he used to hammer me the same way 27 years ago. Ooh, these boys love it. And he's really going for it. And like,
Yeah, he is.
he's soft as Charmin. That boy ain't worthy of the Charmin he wipes his butt with. Like, how
What's
about you?
his name? Chet?
Chet. I don't know his name. Actual
Chet
name.
McNerney, played by Mark Walters.
Yeah,
Shout out,
that
dude.
guy's great. Who'll be your pick? Woj.
Kind of went through a lot of them.
No,
mean,
Woj's personal pick. We
Yeah,
went
I
through
would.
ours.
I would probably go with Joe Pickler.
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle is kind of the guy that always sticking out in any scene he's in. But if I'm going of the football kind of casting, I mean, I'm going Ron Lester, Billy Bob.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other Billy Bob that you could ever think. Like, there are other actors that I think maybe you could think like, oh, he could maybe do it, like, whatever. But I mean, Chris
He does
Farley,
a great job.
Chris Farley comes to one, but like Chris Farley's also the goat. So I'm like, I don't think a whole lot of people can play that
And when
funny
this was
fat
filmed,
guy.
98? I'm not sure Farley would be, within the
Dead.
age.
Was dead at that point.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying even if he wasn't, I don't think he could have pulled off high school.
fair point.
Well, Billy Bob doesn't really pull off high school himself, but
Nobody does, but it's also somewhat
He's
believable.
corn-fed. I don't know, maybe.
It's
it's like a
okay.
30-year-old man. But okay,
very, very old cast.
I got that guy next.
Yeah, go
Joey
ahead.
Pants.
Joey Pants.
So he's not really that guy. It's more like he's someone now, but he wasn't then. Jesse Plemons, his little brother
Jesse
Lance.
Plemons, yeah.
I clocked that. Lance's dad is that guy to me. He's in I think
Richard Lineback.
Twister and a couple other things from
that's
that time. Coach Crowley from Friday Night Lights, the show, is the assistant coach on Kilmer's team, the one who does the signals, the one who he says, hey, can we get him better? He's like, if he lets us. And he's also the ref in Friday Night Lights, the movie.
Timothy Crowley.
So he's actually obviously a football on, he's an expert that works with them, but he also has a role on the show. So he does, on Friday Night Lights, the show, he has a role on the movie,
right.
in this, multiple things. Same with the referee, Mark Robert Ellis.
Yeah, it's my boy from the Replacements.
The Replacements are they're shaking their ass for 2 minutes.
That guy's a football coordinator.
Yeah, same thing as Coach Crowley, like an expert or and then he was also in The Longest Yard. And then my pick would be Elliot, the guy who asked the boner question in the class. He's like a guy at that time, like he's in Even Stevens. He was in Not Another Teen Movie.
His name is Eric Jungmann.
Oh my God, yeah. You're right. Fuck.
That guy is that guy. When I see him, like I don't know his
Eric
name.
Jungmann.
I know that guy. So
knew.
That's all I had. Anybody else have any other ones?
Jungmann's dope.
No, you nailed it.
Allele Swinton. I just gotta see her face. Who the fuck is Allele Winton? I don't know. Sean Corrigan. That's a different Sean Corrigan there. I'll find it if I don't. Whatever. But yeah, you hit on all of them. Thomas E. Duffy was I'm sorry, Barry Switzer. I forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah, he's the coach of the last game for Gilroy.
Holy shit, Switzer's there?
Yeah.
And then Thomas F. Duffy was like, he was in some random stuff.
Mox's dad?
Yeah, like The Lost World, Jurassic Park, Independence Day as a lieutenant.
Oh yeah, Lost World.
They
Louis,
did not get
some
rave
other
reviews.
I don't know. It was a weird just connection. A lot of these guys had like bigger TV series careers. I would say. I'm good on
any recasting anybody wants to throw out there.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's more. I like the people in it, but I mean, if you wanted to have people actually look like they're in high school, maybe. But this is more. This is more of like of the time where you casted guys who were 20 and they played teenagers, so it's not uncommon. Like that was just.
I didn't really have anybody's issue of being like you're so old, like it's unbelievable that you would even.
I think we'll get into it more too, but again, if you wanted people who are better at doing the accents, maybe because not really anybody's really doing a great.
McConaughey's old.
Would Sean William Scott be too much in this movie if you flopped him in?
I think he could definitely. I mean, he's like Tweeder though. If you don't have Tweeder,
that's what I'm wondering. Would that be too much? That's what because I'd like to see him because he's got an athletic run to him, and it seems like he probably played ball.
At least, I mean, again, at least he could. I think he could fit in well with the.
Yeah.
And obviously, we'll talk about the Switcheroo crossover and all that. But
all right, let's get into the needle drop, the song use of score. So I just want to mention first, the score is awesome. The score that opens the movie and throughout the movie when there's like dramatic moments, when they have like, the cool football scenes or the serious talk, I think it works really well. I don't know. Who scored it? Let me see. I have my note. I should have it on the.
I was going to say Woj is our audio geek.
I don't have who did the score, but
anyway, good songs overall. And score was by it says music by Mark Isham, so I don't know if he did the score as well. Doesn't say.
We'll assume.
I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 6 songs listed at least for.
Okay, I had just a general comment that like a lot of these. I mean, there's a couple very famous songs for sure, very famous bands, but a lot of them I feel like were definitely under the radar, at least like now, and then some of them got kind of like you kind of look at them and you go like, they're not like the big show out like a Aerosmith or something. Like there's a couple of those, but the majority of the other ones like they came to prominence, but not like the tip of the top. Weren't like I'm like saying like Collective Soul or Fastball or like these are good groups, them, but also like not the huge bangers.
I mean, I had Nice Guys Finish Last from Green Day. That's the opening thing when they're Tweeder chasing the pickup truck. Like Woj, you mentioned Collective Soul, the song Run, when he's outside the window of Julie. The one song from Aaliyah, If Your Girl Only Knew, when they have the whipped cream bikini scene. My Hero, I think, is the biggest one from Foo Fighters, when they have the ending. The game Thunderstruck from AC/DC.
Love that one.
When they're getting their ass kicked in the hungover game, and then Hot for Teacher, perfect song for the sex ed strip club scene. That's what I had though.
Yeah, I got Nitro. We did The Offspring as one of our album reviews. That's playing near the end at the credits, which I thought was like, this is a fucking maybe not as a credit, but somewhere in the ending of it, maybe even at the last football game. I just mentioned some of the bands. Like these, honestly, are not of them. A lot of them were the main, like single or whatever. Like you got Horror Show by Third Eye Blind, which
Third Eye Blind was in this.
I must have missed it. I've never heard that song. Like I'm not connecting them with that song.
Sure.
You got Collective Souls. I mentioned. You have Fastball. Who the fuck was the other one? Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas Flood. Not again to me one of his like main hits or whatever. And I mean again I like Semper Fidelis by John Philip Sousa, a little march in there. But yeah, like the Iguanas. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that group, but they have
yeah, I'm not familiar.
Couple of songs in there. Where the fuck was the one by the Iguanas? I just want to say it. Because I won't. Boom, Boom, Boom. That was in the football, I believe. And that's all I got on soundtrack.
There it is.
Again, like I enjoyed it. It was a big soundtrack. I think they could have got maybe like another one or two bigger.
I figured they'd go
bigger
one country
hits
song.
of those groups. I think could have been maybe a bigger country influence too for some of them.
Just at least one or something.
I mean, there's a couple.
Johnny
for
Cash,
sure.
maybe drop him in there. And fuck.
I mean, there's a couple for sure in there.
Didn't they have something playing in the background maybe at the local bar with the old guys? I can't recall.
No, they might have. I'm just saying that would have been nice to have maybe one country song more prominent, I guess.
Okay.
Especially being in Texas, probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they were going for more of like the late 90s MTV.
Yeah, the
Yes,
young,
for sure.
You could
the
definitely
young people.
see the influence, right there.
God, we were that.
Yeah. I was 10 years old.
Good.
Most cinematic shot. I had 3 written down. So I already mentioned the opening scene where we get the fade into the current time when they're walking away in the picture and their names, and then Mox is looking at the picture. I like that. I like the thunderstruck AC/DC when Mox pulls the helmet up. That's like I think most memorable for me in this movie. He's like bleeding, and it's like it looks intense. And then of course I mentioned it also before. The Billy Bob scoring on the hook and ladder, that angle was really cool. You guys have anyone?
I mean, not too many. I mean, there's a shot or two of the kind of small town rustic.
When the buses were coming out?
No, like there's that,
like
but
that
there's
one.
like kind of flatland, and then there's also some where like just by their houses and like kind of exterior shots of it. I don't think they were extremely cinematic, but I like just kind of the feel of it. It very much shaped how I was watching the movie. It was like, oh, you could feel hometown. Like there's farms in the corner, and I'm sure Billy Bob comes from a farming family or some shit.
Yeah, for sure. So I think next would be the spin-off prequel sequel. I had we're a spin-off. You give like Tweeder his own movie, kind of like a Van Wilder type movie, like
Okay.
where he's like in college and like he's like the man. He's trying to play football.
I'm not sure how that would be received though. Given
I don't know. I mean, I don't really have much. Like it's I don't think like because
Friday Night Lights they did play Permian. It seemed like they had.
I'm saying like I mean Mox never played again. He said. I mean I guess you could do obviously you're probably gonna say like a Kilmer prequel or something. You could do that. Well, I'm just saying like that's like one of the obvious ones or whatever.
I was just kind of going the immediacy of like that was for the division title. What happened to State?
Yeah.
Well,
you could go that route.
I had that coming up. I had that coming up in
you
a
got
question. Yeah.
A couple of more games there for sure, but I think any of the guys' college spin-offs, like I put like Mox walking on at Brown or something like that.
They never played again.
No, I know, but this is obviously my
Oh,
fantasy of sequels.
You'd have to cut that line out of the movie then.
Cut it out. I mean, that's my.
How about Miss Davis? Oh, sorry, we're not there yet for spin-off. Oh, maybe Showgirls spin-off? Because that was in '95. I know it was before this, but it's like you have Miss Davis. Maybe she was part of Showgirls.
Are you talking about the next one? The
Your
crossover?
Switcheroo
crossover, I guess. Yeah, I suppose so. But I could say Varsity Blues is the sequel to Showgirls. Like, she originally started, and she was in Vegas, and she's like, you know what? I do have my teaching degree. I could go back to that in my small town and make it happen. But, hard times because she doesn't have a lot of money. Goes back to stripping. So I guess, I don't know. Maybe there was a weird connection there.
Yeah.
I had any more? Right?
For the crossover?
Switcheroo. No. The spinoffs. Are we done on spinoffs?
Spinoffs. I just had Tweeder.
Switcheroo.
Yeah, Switcheroo crossover. I just had I had Daisy confused. Like maybe Pink is older and he's like a coach on one of the teams or something. Okay. Or they go to that town. They play that town. Daisy Confused takes place in. It's like one of their games they play, and like you see like Matthew McConaughey in the stands or something, or maybe like any of the O'Banion maybe or whoever like
the guys who never left.
Yeah, like that would be. I think that could be something because of both Texas football, small town, but they'd have to be older, obviously, not like because that was in the 70s, this is the 90s. Whoa.
Yeah. I just kind of had generic as in like any high school football movie could kind of intertwine. You don't really see like, I was kind of thinking in my mind of like, all right, high school football movies, like what happens if Remember the Titans shows up at Texas at a West Canyon football, like if those teams faced off. It's not so much of a crossover. It's like a combo movie or whatever, but I like to kind of fantasize about like how that would look.
Are you saying like some movie where it would take all the football teams from every movie and transport them into some place where they would have a tournament kind of thing?
I mean, that's
like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I was gonna say
that's an extrapolation of it for sure. I was just
because
they
take place different time periods. So that's why.
Right, but I'm just. It was more of a thing of like not crossover to see them in a movie, but I'm just like the thought of them two facing off. Great high school football teams, football movie. Words are hard.
Blah.
Football teams from movies. There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Seeing those two face off just as, again, like it would be a very intricate story. It would be almost like one of those bad crossovers of like TV series where like you get like this thing, I don't know, like whatever the fuck you can.
I mean, if we did, I'm just thinking in my head right now, if we did like a movie and TV or movie, whatever, football tournament of fictional teams, I think the Varsity Blues Coyotes might come in last based on what we're seeing.
Poor showing.
High school?
Well, for anything, because, let's just
they would get worked
They weren't undefeated. They lost their guy, Lance, and Knox is great and all, but, they weren't, I don't know. The one game they blew them out.
They're a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, and Tweeder's 5 feet tall. I don't know. Remember the Titans were undefeated.
How about they beat the Little Giants?
Yeah. Okay, well, that's fair enough. That's good.
They got one. They got one up on the
The Permian teams got Preacher and fucking the Friday Night Lights team, Dillon Panthers would definitely beat them, and the other team, the other East Dillon, Longest Yard team's gonna beat them. Even though they're adults, obviously, but I'm just trying to think of someone like who. Besides the Little Giants, that's true. Who else would West Canyon?
Right. That's a good one.
Who could they take on, in the fictional sports football universe? Is all I'm thinking of.
That's a good drop in. They had some talent though. I don't think they'd get blown out.
They're not
the Blindside team.
Okay, maybe I didn't see that movie, but yeah.
I think West Canyon might be able to beat the Blindside team. Radio's team.
I haven't seen that in a while.
That's Cuba Gooding, right?
Yeah.
I think West Canyon might be able to.
Yeah, you put them pretty low, pretty quick. That's
okay. I just want to say that I don't think they're bad, but I'm thinking of the other teams are just better.
Gridiron Gang.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gridiron Gang for sure. Okay, but they're just learning. Yeah. I mean that. But yeah, you're right. That's a good one.
I got you. Just throwing those out there.
Good call on that Gridiron Gang one.
Any of the actual professional teams would just destroy them.
Agreed.
How about the Philadelphia Eagles from Invincible? They play the West Canyon Coyotes.
You got Rudy and the Notre Dame.
How about the Philadelphia Eagles from the Philadelphia garbage picking field goal man? You remember that movie?
Yeah, I do.
Tony Danza.
Yeah, Tony Danza. That's right.
The whole plot of that movie
Oh my
is
God, you're right.
he has to his garbage truck has this lever that he has to kick in a certain way, and that's how he builds up his kicking motion, and then he can kick like 50-yard field goals for the Eagles. It's fucking stupid, but also awesome.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Makes me think of D from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
When she boots one.
Yeah. All right, let's go to picking Nits. I'm going to start us off.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start with Coach Kilmer. I think he's a bad coach. I think he's a terrible coach. First of all, he's been there for 30 years. He only has 2 state titles. You get your ass fired. Coach Taylor in the show had 2 state titles in 4 years, and his ass is on the verge of getting fired. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like there's a lot of pressure, especially in Texas football.
And they're in 4A, and a team came down from 3A.
Just things that he did. Like I said, the score is 28-17, the fourth quarter, 30 seconds left. You're running Lance with a bad knee.
Yeah, dumb.
Still throwing. You get Billy Bob concussed. You don't sit him when he's concussed. You don't take that into consideration. Granted, he's an old school guy, but that's just, again, fault to his coaching prowess. They say they're a running team, but we really don't see it in the last game. Like we kind of talked about that earlier. We don't know if we just didn't see it or what the deal with that is. I just is he a good? He's not good with the players. Like he's not a players coach.
No.
Doesn't seem like an X and O's guy really. Like he's just like an authoritarian, like strict hard ass. Like maybe a little overrated. I'm just saying. Kind of statue for all that. Like for district titles, like that's not. I don't know. That's not nothing, but it's not like it's not like, oh my God.
Right. It's you could have been doing more there for sure.
Like even if they were state runner-ups, that's something,
The Texas accents.
Yeah, those were tried.
Specifically, Paul Walker's goes out. Pretty.
He tries.
Yeah, I think the just general lack of like security checks of like Billy Bob Thornton's like just passing out on the field, and they're like
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton. Sorry. Billy Bob is passing out on the field, and they're just like, "Nah, you're good. You woke up."
True or false?
Yeah. A medical examiner is just like, "Nah, you're good." Mox is coaching them just to get the answer. In general, I'm like, Billy Bob would be dead from multiple things, like not just concussions, probably diabetes.
Yeah.
How about like just obeseness, walking
his
at
heart
a
would
fast
fucking
pace.
explode.
I mean, he's a big dude.
And also like Kilmer, you clearly can't. Can't recognize talent in Mox on your bench. Guy throws a sitting down 40-yard bullet.
Seated position.
I was gonna say
the hook and ladder with the lineman. Sorry, like I understand bringing a big guy in, but he ain't fast. So if you're gonna do a hook and ladder, Tweeder on the actual throw it to a tight end and tip it to Tweeder to just hit the corner.
I mean, it's ridiculous of how long, even though it's in slow motion, how long
it took him to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, he just stares at the ball, then stares down, then starts galloping. I mean, it's taking so long for him to get 6 yards. I'm like, he would have been fucking annihilated.
Also, just go low on Billy Bob. Why y'all going on the top?
Yeah,
you got to cut him down at the
makes
knees.
No sense.
The plays that we kind of talked about, like they don't call them. Like, okay, Billy Bob passing out might have been a false start. Like, arguably, if you run it back, it probably was.
Mm-hmm.
The stopping the clock with uncalled intentional groundings multiple times. Tweeder's just too small to play wide receiver. He's like 5'2".
Okay, well, you look at New England. You have what's his name was good.
He wasn't 5'2". Scott Kahn's literally like 5'4". Like
he's a short guy.
I love Scott Kahn. I'm just saying, like, I know it's high school, but still 5'4". He's like the kicker. Like he's like shorter than the kicker probably. Like he's tiny as shit, and he's supposed to be like this beast receiver. Like I don't know.
I'm just saying you don't need to be super tall. Even Steve Smith Sr. wasn't that big.
I mean, just jumping on the Kilmer is a terrible coach. They're running full tackle in practice.
That's old school shit.
Makes no sense.
You guys hurt.
You have headsets on, yet what he does is he tells the guy, go tell the play to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And then they also have signalers or like at some point, but it's like you have the headset on. Are you calling who are you talking to? Are you talking to the booth? Okay, that's fine. It's like 98. Like you would think the technology is there.
They didn't have it with the quarterback. They didn't have
I don't think necessarily with the quarterback, but I feel like you would be at the signaling stage, not the hey, I'm going to tell you the play right here, and anybody on the sideline can read it or
Right.
whatever.
Couldn't also, like, if he was so concerned about Mox, like, couldn't he literally Mox walk over to the sideline?
Yeah, he can. He can jog over.
Like, and run this fucking play.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You know, Mox is like, fuck. I mean, I know that he's short of time somewhat, but then again, he took, like, that long to, like, at that point, just run over to the. It's his first time in the game with the first string. And you don't know, like, you would think you're going to not take chances like that. Like,
and then another thing, they could have kicked a field goal. They were on, like, the 8-yard line. They were down by 3. It was 17-14. So I was, like, going to say, like, you could push this into OT. That would probably be a better than a hook and ladder.
Obviously, him taking the knee at half, before half, a minute and a half to go.
Dumb play.
You see Mox's arm. Dude can chuck it. Let him fucking throw the ball.
I mean, why not let it rip?
I could understand him, though, on, like, to the coach's point, to avoid a turnover and give them possible, the ball back and maybe put something on the board. I get it, but not with a minute 30 left, with maybe, like, 40 or, like, under a minute maybe.
Also, not thinking about it, like, even though I don't think he would be as, like, maybe Tweeder should have been, like, a running back because he's so tiny. Like, that would have made more sense if he was like, oh, he's super fast.
I don't think he could take a hit, though.
He's super fast. Like, you can't catch him, even though he's tiny as shit. You know, I don't know.
It could have been used in more of, again, a Wes Welker type of way.
Yeah, or like he's running slants or something. Like,
Sure.
They kept bombing it to him like he's like Randy Moss or some shit. Let's get into the final game. So Bud Kilmer doesn't come back, and the rest of the assistant coaches, nobody joins them on the field after. So what? They were just like, fuck it. Like, they went out there, or the kids be like,
we stand with Bud Kilmer.
right? And like, wouldn't the refs or somebody be like, where's your coach? Like, you need you need an adult. I feel like they
need an adult.
You know, well, like for they're not kids, but for example, like Mighty Ducks 2, they're like, "Where's your coach? You need a coach," and they get the teacher, Coach McKay, come down, pretend to be our coach. Like, they know Lance is Lance. He's the most famous guy in the town.
Right.
Obviously, he's not an adult. Like, and none of like Coach Crowley, the trainer, whoever, nobody is anywhere to be seen. Like, did they just go? Did they start to walk on the field and they were like, "Oh, Bud's not here," so they walked back? Did they go to the office and what? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you think, Woj?
I mean, again, this is like giant breakdowns in like the checks and balances of like a high school system where it's like you just let them do whatever. I mean, even just in general, I can understand like underage drinking. Sure. At a party, shit goes on. Cops come up, hey, busted up. You just go home, no problem. You stole the cop car. You drove all around town. You're naked in the cop car drinking. I'm like, that's probably a night at jail at least. Like,
probably
at least something. You know, multiple laws being broken there. I don't think you can just turn your head away like the fucking cop in the town.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention really quick back to the whole no coaches thing. I think it's cool that it works for like the idea of it, where it's like, hey, we're playing our own rules, or the kids like when we were younger, like this for the love of the game type of deal. Mm-hmm. But just like, you know, logistically, it doesn't make any sense. That's all I wanted to get out of that.
I got you. I got the juicing up a QB. I don't know. Like,
what do you mean?
I think it's Toradol. It's like a painkiller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not steroids.
No, it's just so he can play through the pain.
Oh, okay. I thought it was juice for a second.
Like, yeah, they also set it up where he's taking all the pills. Like, hey, you got any pills, Tweeder, or whatever?
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's my bet on that.
I'm pretty sure it's Toradol. That's what they use usually in football
Or
players.
cortisone.
Yeah.
I'll switch it up then. Lance's dad's route of a button hook is shit. Like, throw over the ball. Oh, and then he catches like, that's how it's done, son.
I think it was just kind of being fun, but
Terrible.
And again, I think, Mox's dad, like, okay, like, I don't know if you're trying to, like, one-up him. Like, I'm going to run a slant because you ran a button hook. Probably just run the same thing and just match him throw for throw that. Like, button hook's the easiest thing to throw. You literally turn around.
Yeah.
Like, now, granted, should Mox be able to throw a slant? Yes, he should be, but, you know.
I think Mox has enough control to, like, he fucked up on purpose. He's like, I don't want to do this shit.
Like,
and then he's got the accuracy to hit him in the face. Mox would have had his ass beat. You throw a football in your dad's face at a barbecue.
Yeah, break his nose.
You are in southern Texas. There's some repercussions, I would just say, to say the least.
I just had like a scene I wanted to add. I think
Go
that would
ahead.
have been good. We don't get a lot of Paul Walker in this movie, and he's like, you know,
On the poster.
he's like I know at the time he wasn't like necessarily Paul Walker, but he was up and coming. He was in like Pleasantville and a couple other things, like, you know, so like get him another scene in here. I'd like a scene with him and Billy Bob where he tells Billy Bob, man, it's not your fault. Like, hey, I forgive you, or like,
closure.
We're cool. Like, you know, because it never seemed like that got wrapped up.
That's
like,
fair, yeah.
You know, like, and it gets another scene for Paul Walker where he'd be like, listen, man, you shouldn't have been in the game. Like, I get, like, instead of Mox saying it, like Lance saying it. Like, Lance being maybe at the field with Mox or something. I don't know. You know, to get it just something with Mox, or I'm sorry, with Lance and Billy Bob.
I got you. There's a part where the cop is talking to, I think, Chet, your favorite guy.
Chet?
Yeah, and Chet gets a beer, puts salt in it, and then starts drinking, and I was like, what the fuck? What is that?
I've done that. It's good. Yeah, when you do it like a Modelo, it's good.
I've never heard of salt in a beer.
Yeah, you do like lime or salt. Yeah, it's good.
Well, lime, yes, I could see that more.
No,
than
you
salt,
could add salt even to chocolate milk too. And
it gives it like
just,
a little.
Yeah, but we're talking about
the flavor.
Talking about beer.
I know. I get it.
Who wears a sweater to a strip club? Lance is wearing like a J. Crew sweater.
In Texas, in the middle.
In Texas.
You know.
Yeah.
There's no real religious aspect aside from like Kyle's little pop-ins and stuff like that. Like nobody else seems religious, and then they have like the scene of like praying
before the game. Yeah.
Well, that's every Texas football. I mean, any football team, but especially Texas football.
Yeah. Right. I'm just saying they could have probably built in something where like one of them is religious, and
or maybe the preacher or pastor goes to the games. You see him in his like black and white collar. You know,
we had a pastor character. Yeah,
that'd be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're losing the star QB and RB. We kind of talked about not having a whole lot of people there, like not a whole lot of your main players, but like they did miracles for not. You lose your star running back and your star quarterback, which probably account for like 400 yards a game, and now you're able to win. Like they also didn't even replace the running back. Like,
well, they had the one white dude, but he wasn't like.
I mean, just say they just went to a spread formation and said, "Hey, we're not even
fuck it,"
and inserting somebody else in.
I mean, the whole thing too, with like, and we kind of mentioned it, but like Wendel clearly hurts his hamstring, and then they're giving him a shot in the knee. They're gonna do. I never got that. Like, he grabs the back of his leg.
Yeah, so like hamstring or groin or something,
or I don't know. I guess. And it's up high.
It is hamstring.
It's not
if
like
I had
the
to take
back
a
of the
guess.
knee.
Right.
He grabs it like high. So
I just also think of like, okay, you put the Toradol or whatever. I don't know how much science there is if you're injecting a painkiller and you've torn your ACL, a ligament that literally your knee requires to move in a certain
you can
put pressure on it.
They do it. I mean, you just won't feel pain. Like
I know, but you can.
You're fucking it up worse.
I'm saying that there's a structural aspect of it of like you can't cut on a torn ACL.
Yeah,
it does
but
not
if it's
allow
only
you to.
If it's pulled or partially torn, you
again,
can.
well, obviously we don't know this, but I'm saying like even so, like it just seems like putting that in. If Wendel truly torn his hamstring, I don't even know if that shit's going to be able to be like, I can just run like fucking normal.
You can't even do it if you like pull your hamstring. I've done it. It sucks. Like
hurts like
you can't.
Shit.
Yeah, you have like no giddy up.
Can't
do it.
You try to kick it into like fourth gear, it ain't happening.
I mean, so many penalties that just weren't like helmet to helmet all over the place.
That wasn't a thing though in the 90s. You could have torpedoed a motherfucker.
Gilroy would have called a timeout at some point, like at the spread. Spread offense.
Slowed it down.
They're like, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do.
Yeah. Maybe,
okay, they just gained 20 more yards. We don't know what to do.
Maybe get more defensive backs on the field.
Right.
I don't know. Do you like no linebacker? Do like
it's like the coaches are so dumbfounded. They're like, just do this.
About that?
Yeah.
This.
It's like rush 3 guys and you drop
back
like the rest, 8 guys.
Yeah, this is for the district title. You don't know how to fucking cover a hurry up offense.
And it adds to the fact more that Bud Kilmer, you can't win more titles than this. That's why you're winning all these district titles, because these teams are stupid. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's crazy.
And I'd imagine maybe football in the late 80s, late 80s or mid 80s. This probably wasn't a huge
90s.
Talent pool. No, but
it's the 90s. It's present day.
No, but he won the state championship in like 89 or something like that. So I'm guessing some of his earlier years, like there might not have been intense competition.
Nobody in this town outside of Mox has heard of the spread offense.
Yeah.
No one watches college football.
No, nobody watches college football.
I know it wasn't as prominent, but college football teams, some still ran it.
He literally says that, though. He's like, fucking
Mississippi
State scores 43 points a game using this offense. So like, Bud Kilmer's like, I don't watch that bullshit.
Yeah, I don't care. We're a running team.
Yeah.
I'm good on picking it.
Yeah, let's wrap it up then. Let's do a own, skip, stream, and your grade.
I'll start. Varsity Blues I actually own. It was one that I did not anticipate that I owned, but it's one that I think for football movies, I think it does the job. Are there better football movies out there that you maybe gravitate towards? Sure. But I would still say it's an own. It's on just like the lower end of that you would maybe go to once every few years instead of every year you got to watch it. I would probably throw this one down at like an 8.4. Yeah, an 8.4, 8.5. Let's split the difference, 8.45. Yeah, that's what I'm going with, Bobby.
It's kind of similar to your thing. If you could own it, if it's part of like a bargain buy, if you're at like discount books or some shit like that, or if it's online for a special, go get it. I really think probably the special features and some of the stuff that are part of the DVD would add a lot more value to the purchase than whatever's just shown on TV or on Netflix or wherever it's I think it was a Peacock. Doesn't matter, but great football movie. I think it's it feels very 90s, so very nostalgic for people like me, people like you. So I'd give it about an 8.6. Like I said, low on the own thing, but what a fun group, and I think it's fun casting.
Absolutely, yeah. I own. I would say own. I do own it. I have the DVD as well. Happily, also, I noticed I got it for $2. Was steal.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
It's for your information. It's streaming on Paramount Plus. It's also on Peacock and Pluto TV if you want to watch it.
Yep.
And my grade, it's kind of tough because like I was looking back. I'm like, what did I give Friday Night Lights? And I gave Friday Night Lights an 8.4. And I think Friday Night Lights is a better movie than this. Like it's like a football movie.
It's a more complete movie. Yeah.
It's more serious. It's got better acting and better filmmaking.
Sure.
But this is like the same thing, but more rewatchable and more funny. So it's kind of like I think depending on what mood you're in. Like if you want like the same story, but if you want more to laugh, you can go with this. Otherwise, if you're looking for more of a serious thing, Friday Night Lights, I'm gonna give it the same as I gave Friday Night Lights, 8.4.
Okay.
I think that's only fair because it's hard for me to like be like, oh, that's like I wouldn't necessarily be like, yeah, Varsity Blues is better than Friday Night Lights. I'd probably say the opposite.
Yeah.
But this is like more rewatchable, where like your general audience and people might have a better time with this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, Bobby, next week, we should mention R.I.P. to Robert Duvall.
Yep, and
R.I.P.
to James Van Der Beek.
And James Van Der Beek, which is why we did this in the first place, which is why we're going to do what we're going to do next week.
Yeah, we got a Robert Duvall one, and we're going to do a class action. That's with him and John Travolta.
I think it's a civil action.
A civil action. Apologies. Yeah, 90s. We're still in the 90s, and another lawyer movie.
None of us have seen this.
So this is going to be new for us. I know that there's been
does not happen often.
You can do Apocalypse Now. There's a bunch of other Robert Duvall. We've done Godfather, but this I think will be a great opportunity for us to kind of branch out and let's see how he does in a different role, different
civil action. Right?
Civil action.
I jokingly suggested Kicking and Screaming for him as Buck Weston.
Yeah, it's not a bad option.
Robert Duvall's the man.
Yeah, great all-time actor. Just a great hey, we want to have a number two, perfect number two.
Yeah, and also as
he can be a lead too for sure.
I mean, the consigliere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Godfather.
And he's a lawyer in that too. So isn't that kind of why? Yeah, I guess he knows the role. So
yeah, I'm excited to watch this movie next week. I've never seen it. We kind of looked at the cast. Look interesting. Yeah. It's like a 90s courtroom type of movie. So I'm excited to watch it.
Let's do it to it, Lars.
We'll be back in what, two weeks?
Couple weeks.
In a couple weeks, yeah, we got a few things.
We'll be at some
2 weeks, baby.
Yeah, we'll be at some away games here coming up. But the Journeymen Lounge podcast will ride again. We will
last one here.
Be finding a new home.
Hopefully I can talk better next time.
Yeah, we'll be finding a new home for the Woj Dojo. We'll have to
new dojo.
We'll probably come up with a new name. We'll get some branding in there.
Cellier for your cellar.
But yeah, Journeymen Lounge podcast. Thanks for sticking
Appreciate
by.
you.
Peace.